everyone, and welcome back to another episode of King's Cross, and this should be episode 37. We're gonna call it, well, I'll tell you guys what it was called at the end of the episode, but, I am joined today by Mr. Pickles playing as the lovely Grunkle, Fred playing as the dead Torvekek.
This slightly undead Torvekek.
Or should I say Torvekeks. And we have Shifty Games here playing as the elusive Wylfer. I feel like that's a good word choice for you. So we're back in Arwen's Rest, picking up where we left off with our adventures mid-rainstorm. Grunkle and Torvekek were just coming out of the Lost Sons camp. And yeah, we're going to start with them. I wasn't going to originally, but I've just now changed my mind. So we're going to start with them. So, Grunkle and Torvekek, you guys went down to the Lost Sons camp, basically pleading that, hey, can you guys watch over the town while we're away, because we've got some shit to do. And I think that primarily related to your quest to eventually head to the mountain and, get rid of the corruption that we know has been flowing out from the mountain and corrupting the entire area, turning it into a swamp, and ruining Arwen's Rest, the town that you find yourselves in here. However, before doing so, I believe it was Grunkle who made mention of wanting to accomplish some tasks first. As you guys ascend the hill, coming up from the beach, where the Lost Sons camp is, you guys come up, Torvekek moving ahead of Grunkle, kind of, I think a little pissed off, honestly. Grunkle following up behind him, very not pissed off. You guys sight something. I'm gonna need an awareness check from both of you.
I see something.
I don't.
Okay.
Neither do I, apparently.
So what you guys not necessarily hear, or not necessarily see, but what you hear is a rumble as you look, and part of the castle, like a roof on part of the castle, crumbles and caves in. And that opens up a hole in the roof, and you hear basically a battle going on inside the castle. What do you guys do?
If it's not one thing, it's another.
I don't even start with me.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, I guess we have to go check it, huh?
Oh. Okay. That's what Grunkle was going to say we do. Grunkle was thinking, we're marching in that direction still. Grunkle was thinking, we get potions from Bjorn, we get food stuff, we go to Eldar Lane's house, break into basement with power of sword, and go up to the mountains. But we could add this to the list. List grow. Also find Wylfer, but I don't know where that will happen.
Why is it every time we get up our list gets longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer? Is there no end to this madness?
There is an end, Torvekek. But we're the only ones who can make a difference sometimes. We have to do what we need to do to get to that point.
I did what I needed to do like 2 weeks ago. You know what it got me?
You had to take a nap?
It got me dead.
And at that, you guys find yourselves standing at the gatehouse, the crumbled, broken down gatehouse to the keep. Inside you hear clashing every now and then, scuttles and skitters around, and then more clashing.
Oh,
you actually hear a mix of as well as which sounds almost like a small kind of, it sounds more like a which I know sounds a lot more gross, but you hear that, and then you hear what all do you hear? You hear basically, yeah, then you do hear a as a explosion goes off.
So, what is plan?
Well, if Wylfer's in there, then we better save him from whatever's going down. You know, people like to try and kill Wylfer.
People like to try and kill us, too.
Yeah, but we're still standing, ain't we?
Now we are.
So you guys heading into the keep?
Yeah.
The fort?
I'm gonna get my sword ready rather than just leaned casually.
Okay.
My real sword.
This isn't what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. I do this. Stand by. One of these. One of these. One of these. Okay. As you guys, enter the castle, into the keep,
Huge.
what?
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
huge.
I'm just a giant.
Yeah, you're
Grunkle
really
see
big.
himself as small sometimes.
No, you're a very big person. I don't know if you didn't know that.
Thank you.
You guys enter the keep and you see Wylfer standing up and kind of looking at. So in the you guys have entered the Grunkle. You remember this courtyard outside the throne room, and it's open sky. The rain's coming down. You guys have moved your way through the this ruined fort to this courtyard. And you guys find yourself, to this courtyard, and you see Wylfer stood up, standing over just a massacre of like 5 dead animals around him, all of them wielding 2 tails. As he stands there, just covered in blood, and he's looking. So you guys came in from the south entrance. He's looking to the west gate. Basically, there's 4 ways. Basically, it's like a square, and you've got north, east, west, and south. You guys came up from the south. He's looking to the west, where the sounds are coming from. Wylfer, basically, you just finished this blood ritual, and you stand up, and you're hearing all the noises that they hear. You just weren't as ambitious and gung-ho to run towards them as they were.
What a beautiful courtyard. Very solid structure.
Last time I saw you, you were dying.
And Wylfer, my friend!
Wylfer.
I thought I lost you.
To be fair, Wylfer, at this point, Torvekek was dead, and Grunkle fell into a coma, and everyone assumed he was
dying,
dead. So at this point, you
dead.
thought they were both dead.
I thought, Wylfer, you need to not wander off. I can't keep finding you this easily.
News
You
of
made
my
a mess,
death.
haven't
I'm
you?
still trying to figure out what's happened here. You were comatose and
Look, you're the one covered in blood, not Grunkle. We need to handle things. Right, Torvekek? I'm nudging the airway above your head.
doing any sort of ritual. I would have been holding my bow, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Because it's my focus.
Yep.
All right, Wylfer,
And,
let's go
yeah,
get you cleaned up.
You carried Torvekek dead into the tavern.
No, clearly I didn't, because look at Torvekek now. He is a whole-bodied dwarf of life.
Is Torvekek the same skin tone as what he used to be?
He's very pale.
He's very pale, but it's starting to come back. Getting out in the sun and stuff. The only thing that I will say, and I forgot to do it, there's not 1 but 2 Torvekeks here. Oh,
I
wait.
was gonna ask if he sees.
Yeah, I
because
should.
he's
I
got
should.
witch brain.
Yep, I should. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because I don't think Grunkle can see that still.
No. So I should correct myself here. You, Wylfer, you only see Torvekek and his reflection. Torvekek, you see 2 of you. Yeah, you just see not his reflection, his shadow. So just the same as everyone else. I shouldn't have said anything. I apologize. You see Torvekek and Torvekek's shadow, as everyone has a shadow, so it wouldn't be any different.
I'll walk up to them and I'm going to poke Torvekek in the head with my bow.
And as you do that, you guys hear Unga Thorn Fog coming from the west gate, kind of echoing out.
Grunkle not like this. Grunkle have bad feelings about magic.
How are you guys feeling for battle if it has to happen?
Oh, Grunkle ready to die.
Again?
I would
Oh,
rather
wait, you were
not.
just comatose, doesn't matter. You Torvekek, are you ready to go again?
So something you would notice about Torvekek is he is got like the most pissed off look you've ever seen on anybody's face.
Is that not his normal face?
No, this is worse than his normal face.
Okay.
I would rather not die again, if at all possible.
Where's your house?
I tried
It
my
died
damnedest
2
not to
weeks
make you guys
ago.
die. You guys both just kind of took everything. Should we go towards the noise?
Probably.
Grunkle's gonna, like, looking at the hesitance, he's gonna shake his head and move towards the west gate. Not fully out in front of it. He's gonna peer his head around.
Mhm.
He's gonna set, and then he's gonna do like a pawing situation, because he has his sword
Mhm.
prepared to chop anything down if it comes through, but he's just gonna glance.
Roll on awareness at routine difficulty.
Oh, yes.
See what you see.
Because I do this all the time. It's a routine for me.
Yeah.
Wow. 67 out of 55.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
The night is young, because it's the afternoon.
Hey, and now 27 out of
27.
55 with a success. You look back, realize you looked too quick and didn't get to see anything, so you look again. You were just like, huh, what did you see? Nothing. I went too fast.
Grunkle doesn't process that quickly.
So you look again,
What did you see? A brick wall.
what you actually see is an open hallway, all the way down to a door, and the door is open. And you see, actually, you see a little dude down there, sliding into a blight and knocking it over, and then standing up, pulling out something, and you just hear. Actually, what you hear is click.
Oh, what are you guys doing here? I came here because it was secluded.
We heard noise.
You heard noise, so you came here.
Well, the ceiling also fell in, so that.
Well, yeah, I saw that.
How big was the little dude?
Mateo sized.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Click, click, pull. I'm going to charge into the hallway. I'm going to give off a roar and make my way to save Mateo.
Oh, shit, I guess we're following him.
Every time.
Grunkle's lightly injured, guys. I'm sorry. He's or lightly wounded? What's the phrasing here? I was lightly wounded, but for some reason it changed, so I'm going to put myself back at lightly wounded.
Would I still be injured from last time?
What were you at last time?
2 weeks ago?
What were you at?
Moderately wounded.
You would be fully healed by now.
He probably is full of blood from his magic.
Also imperiled? Am I still imperiled, or?
No. Mental health fine.
Sorry.
So as Grunkle charges down the hall, is he followed up by the Torvekeks and Wylfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wylfer's bow drawn with arrow.
Okay.
Sprinting after him.
Charging down the hall, Grunkle, you bust through the open door, kind of breaking in, and the scene you see before you, I will describe in just a second.
What the fuck?
Before you stands two little dudes in this room, and this room is shaped in a circle, as there's multiple levels to it. So there's like one level all the way around, and then it goes down a step in the middle and goes all the way around, then goes down a step in the middle and goes all the way around, right?
Right.
And in here you see this one of the little guys, you know him as Adarag, slide tackle a blight, stand up, pull out something, and goes click, fuck, as you see behind him a giant dragon named Atlas.
Oh, fumble.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you don't hear him go fuck. You hear him go Unsager. As you see the giant dragon Atlas turning and attacking blights. You see Tough Nuts camera not working?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to turn on. I don't know why.
So you see there are blights pouring in, and they're in this room. There's 2 entrances. You guys came in through one. There's another one here. You got a bunch of blights running in here, and Wylfer, you're pulling up the rear of this group running in. There you go. Tough.
Yeah, I guess Torvekek would have probably pushed past me, being a warrior.
Yep.
So Wylfer, you're gonna turn and you're gonna see there's blights coming in behind you guys too. They're following you guys down the hallway.
And I'll get ready to fight them.
So as you guys stand in this room, you see Adarag and Gnimwirt are in this room alongside Atlas and a bunch of blights all fighting. We are going to reset the combat encounter. We're going to start that up, and everyone go ahead and head over to your character, click, and enable combat.
I guess I'm ready to die again.
It won't happen this time. There's at least 5 of us.
And if I get a critical with my weapon, at least I do okay.
That brings us to Wylfer. Wylfer, you're first to react as you run in. You see this going on in front of you. You see blights running in behind you. Actually, I want to get cameras set up correctly. You're going to have a second to think on that. We're going to go to a quick BRB screen. You guys don't have to go anywhere. I'm going to fix my cameras.
Ref, I want to ask, I don't know, because we missed, like, your initial description.
Mm-hmm.
What did you describe to everyone, like, what was happening in here?
I'll be honest, I'm trying to remember everything, so if you guys have more you want to add, absolutely feel free, but...
Well, I don't want to do spoilers. I just want to know the perspective that they've been given for this room and, like, what's happening.
So far... Oh, I see what you're getting at. Basically, they came in, they've got Adarag slide tackling a blight, standing up, misfiring. They've got Gnimwirt, I believe, running back to the their end of the room. They've got Atlas in the middle of the room, turning as, we didn't talk about this, as you guys hear a noisemaker go off, near the other entrance that you guys didn't come in. It's off to your left side. As you see some blights over there. You see the dragon Atlas has turned and is facing that door as well, where the loud noises are coming from. You see Atlas, Gnimwirt dancing around the room, Adarag doing a slide tackle. You see blights piling up at the doors trying to come in.
One correction to that though.
Last thing, you see a slight crumble from the roof where blocks have fallen, and there's scratch marks up there. It looks like something tried to get out and partially caved in the roof. Go. What else? What did I miss, or what did I miss up?
The one correction I would say is I don't think Atlas is in the middle of the room. He charged the door where the noise is coming from.
Second door. Okay, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. I was gonna say that, and then I was like, okay, so he's not in the middle of the room. He's charged up to the other door.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I think that's where we're at. So, with that, it's Wylfer's turn.
I have those. I have those moss arrows, correct?
You do. You have some. I don't know how many.
For the moment, I'll write down 5. I'll go back and check.
Well, actually, I can ask. Gnimwirt, do you remember how many you took and how many you left?
Because I know I used 1.
I'm looking in my notes. I give Kylie 4 arrows and Wilhelm 2. I don't know how many there were to start though.
I think there were 11 to start, so you took 8.
I took 6
is what I said. Yeah. So that left 5. So, and then Wylfer, you used 1, so we'll say you have 4 left.
I've got 4.
Yep. We'll just go with that. I don't know if that's completely accurate to the story. I'm sorry, everyone watching.
The arrow that I've got equipped at the moment, seeing as there was some twig blights through that doorway, was one of the glow ones. The glow moss ones.
You say, wait, what?
I was running up with my bow drawn, or arrow in
you've got it drawn
ready.
with the arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one of the... But yeah, since I'm turning around, you said there was some coming up from behind us as well, correct?
Yeah, so you've got blights and a needle blight coming up down the hallway from behind you guys. And what you guys hear is, basically something along... You hear... This is what gets you, Wylfer. As you're moving into the room, you hear Grunkle behind you. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, sorry, Grunkle hungry. I can't do a good Grunkle impression. I'm sorry, but you hear it. Grunkle, say I'm Grunkle hungry.
Grunkle fumble all lines.
Yeah, perfect. That's what you hear coming down the hallway behind you.
Hungry.
Behind me?
Yes.
I'm in
I
the
thought
back
I
of
was
the
charging first, but
Yes.
Grunkle, Torvekek pushed past, and I'm running up behind. I turned around to fire at the blights that started coming up behind us.
Yeah, and as you turn around, you see that Grunkle's not behind. You heard Grunkle's voice behind you, and as you turn, you see blights coming down the hall at you. What you do?
I'll loose that arrow towards the blights.
All right, let's get a roll.
Oh, I would like to aim as well.
Okay, yep, you've got 3 action points. We'll start it off here. So aim for 1, shoot for 1, and then what? Reserving 1 for parrying or dodging. Okay.
So that would be a difficulty rating standard. Base chance modifier goes up to 10%, correct?
Yes, sir. Adarag and Gnimwirt are gonna have never mind. Some actual fighters, some capable fighters, miss.
Reroll that. Are you guys good with me using a reroll with the first attack?
Before you do, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys gain 2 more fortune points
What? Oh, because they're here. Okay.
because they're
money.
non-players. Money, money, money.
There we go.
Alright.
I used mine.
You see him go to shoot, the arrow falls off the bow, he like picks it back up, shoots. Okay, yeah, that's gonna first, what are you shooting at? A twig blight or a needle blight?
The needle blight. I assume he'd be in the front, or is he in the back?
Needle blight would be in the back.
Well, then one of the twig blights then.
Okay.
The frontmost one specifically to if like I do manage to stop them and the glow stuff does like still not 100% sure what the glow moss does.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I could tell, it was pushing back corruption. So,
So let's see damage on this because you did hit. Damn. Okay. Jesus Christ, how would that even work? Basically, you see Wylfer turn, draw, drop, pick it back up, draw, shoot, and you see 4 blights. It goes, and they drop. Okay, capable fighters are here after all. That brings us to...
we all had to have a bad roll at some point. I just had to re-roll it.
Adarag, what do you do?
So, were any of those 4 the 2 that I knocked over?
No, you're fighting ones in the room. He's fighting ones that are coming in towards the room.
Gotcha. Okay. So, click. Nothing. I'm going to put my pistol away and pull out my stiletto, still standing over these 2 blights that I slide tackled. And I'm going to make a stiletto strike at them.
Okay, and because they're prone, you get 1d6 added?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Let's see. Is there anything that I can do to up this?
I think you can aim your attack.
You can aim.
I think aim is all things. Let me just double check on that. Where is it? Take aim. For your next attack action. So it is an attack action, a melee attack.
Okay. Yep. So
you can aim for the +10 and you can attack, or you can aim twice and use all your action points. This will not count as beginning of an encounter to give you your boost.
Yeah,
because you're already in this.
We're already in the encounter.
Yeah,
I figured. So, all right then. Yeah, I'll double aim and then, because I really want to get these guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab them.
That gives you a +20%.
+20%. All right.
All right. Do this. I'm gonna keep track. So we've got Wylfer, you shot through 4 of them, right?
Correct.
These twig blights ain't holding up as much as you were hoping. What are they?
Yeah, that was a great shot. That was good. Let's see.
I think this is the first time I've seen Adarag's last name.
Oh yeah.
He's a smuggler.
Yeah.
I'm a proud Nimblehole.
I have also realized that you and I are the only ones with last names.
Yeah. All right, I got it.
Doesn't like family.
Adarag, we can get damage from you on these 2. Okay. Okay.
Does that get a D6 added to it?
I was gonna say you should have gotten a D6. You didn't add it.
When I clicked damage, it immediately rolled. I didn't have any.
Oh, it's when you click the attack. It would have said additional D6 die, and you would have put 1. But what you can do now is just roll a D6 /R space 1d6.
If you can't tell, we haven't done much combat.
Okay,
We don't count that round here.
7 + 4, 11 damage. All right.
11
You stab into out of these ones. You stab into one of them, and you see it's like, and you just stab it through the basically its neck branches, and just cleave across, and you just see its head like roll off.
The poor twig blight was asking for mercy.
And that is your full turn. That's all your action points. That brings us to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, you're back in the far corner. Basically on your own here.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna use an action. I don't know how to do this, I guess, but basically I just want to yell out to the whole room and say...
Basically, you're just using one action point to do some quick discussion. Real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to yell out, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. The dragon's with us. Focus on the blights." And then... would it be another action to down that potion? The
Serpent's Breath?
The
Whisperwood.
Whisper.
Or I think it's Whisper's Word.
Willow's
I don't
Word.
know if you ever added that to my inventory.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure, but
I have Vial of Brown Gray Muddy Liquid.
that's it.
How was it?
That's the one. Yeah.
So can I down that for an action?
Because you guys aren't supposed to know what it was, and I gave it to you, and I wasn't
And then
supposed
you
to.
give it away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that'd be 2 action points. 1 to talk to people, 2 to down an item.
Okay. So I'm gonna down that item.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm picking up what's going on. Okay, and then what?
And then I'm gonna turn to Atlas and...
Okay, yep. And what you guys hear is basically Gnimwirt go, "Thank God you're here! The dragon's with us! Focus on the blights!" Okay, what do you say to Atlas?
I'm telling him the newcomers are with us. Focus on the blights.
Okay.
Get everybody on the same team.
Whoa, hey, whoa. First off, hang on.
And that's my turn.
Yep, that's your full turn. Okay, that brings us to Atlas's turn. Atlas is standing next to, I believe a needle blight up there. See what Atlas can do. He's next to it, so... He's gonna save an action point to dodge and parry. So I'm gonna roll one of these. The success, 68 out of 70% to hit. Damage on that, and only.
Oh man.
But what is it? I'm gonna. You guys gave me some points. I'm gonna explode that with misfortune for 13. Did that actually help at all? It did. Okay. So that needle blight is injured, not down. There. Okay, so he basically just reaches out and bites, and you see basically the needle blight kind of extends going higher, so it just like bites through the center. And when he releases, the dragon pulls back. Grunkle, you're very familiar with this move. Seeing him turn his mouth sideways, reach around, snap, and then let go and pull back. It happened to you recently.
PTSD activates.
Grunkle gets PTSD. No! Yeah, this is the thing that made you unconscious at one point. But it pulls back, and you see the needle blight kind of shrink back down to normal size, and it's got some wounds, but it's not nearly as bad. It's saving an action point that brings us, oh shit, to the needle blight, who's currently engaged in melee. Doesn't like that. Especially with a dragon, he might actually try and get away. Let's see. I can maneuver, which wouldn't take an opportunity attack. Yeah, so he's going to maneuver basically 1 square away from the dragon, 3 feet away. So he's not in melee, and then he's going to do a shot. Who does he shoot, though? That's the question. There's a lot of threats here. Dragon would make the most sense here. I'm going to roll for it. I'm going to give the dragon twice as much chance to be hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Once Torvekek
5,
and
6.
Grunkle aren't the targets getting shot at the most.
No, hold on. Needle blights love me, and that's why once it's my turn, I'm gonna eat blight.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. The dragon is 1 and 2. Grunkle is 3. Torvekek is 4. Wylfer is 5. And then, since Adarag and Gnimwirt are both tiny, it's a little harder to notice them, so they're both 6. Only one of you guys, not both, but it's a lesser chance for you two.
It's gonna be a 3.
6. Okay. Hopefully everyone remembers. Oh shit!
It's gonna be a 3.
3. Okay.
Fuckers.
Nobody sees the dragon, looks over, sees Grunkle, it's like, oh shit!
This guy.
Oh, I've seen you before.
It's that one.
Like, I don't know why we went through the whole charade of pretending it wasn't going to be me.
He's panic shooting, so I'm not going to give him... Oh, he moved for twice, so he doesn't get any other action points. So he shoots. And gets a 4.
Can I use a point of fortune to make you reroll?
Oh, Grunkle, you haven't used your turn yet. You could dodge. Do you want to dodge? You have the opportunity.
Do I have a penalty to dodge?
I don't believe so. Check your sheet. If you want to dodge, you just click on his attack there. You just click the here. We'll get rid of this. You just click the dodge button if you want to dodge. What was your question, Duff?
You answered it.
There you go.
Yeah, may as well dodge.
Okay, click in the chat. I can see your cursors in chat.
Hey.
Oh wait, my cursor's in chat.
No, your cursor's on Atlas. How did you click dodge?
Because his screen would be zoomed in further.
Oh yeah, well, I have my character sheet open, so
no, you don't click it off your character sheet. You have to click it off in chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
I'll succeed
because that affects if they had a easier chance to hit you or not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically, it sees the dragon, turns, panic shoots at Grunkle. It seems it recognizes Grunkle. I think this was one of the ones that fled the fight out near Hobbs Lodge. It panic shoots at Grunkle, launches a barb. Grunkle, you narrowly, probably on accident, you're just like, you're like...
Protect my shoulder.
You're looking at Wylfer like, what are you doing? As a barb just launches past and embeds itself in the wall, just shing into the wall. That's his full turn. That brings us to Torvekek. You rolled the wrong Torvekek?
Is there's? I was gonna ask. Is there 2 needle blights still?
Oh,
or 3?
There is one outside the room. There's one inside the room, and then there's the one you saw coming down from the other hallway.
Okay.
Okay. Torvekek put himself in. You're before, but that's fine. We're going to have you go now. So,
my bad.
That's alright. Yeah, so that brings us to Torvekek. What do you want to do on your turn, bud?
So how exactly does Reflection Torvekek work?
It's going to react to what you do.
Okay, so
you
it's
don't know. You don't know.
Okay, it's a completely separate entity. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For now, I'm control. You have no control over it, so
Okay,
it's
I
going
was
to do
just
whatever
making
I
sure.
decide. Everyone's
Um,
going to be so confused. Who does what?
With the reflection.
Torvekek kind of just gives Adarag like the most bewildered, confused look when he says the dragon's on our side.
Gnimwirt.
Yeah, never said that. That's right. Yep. Yeah, they don't know who you people are. They still
just
can't
put
tell
up
you
who
two
you are.
apart.
I can't figure it out.
He's
Yeah,
gonna kind of
that's
just
fair.
raise a finger like, yeah, okay. And then he's just gonna charge at the needle blight.
Okay, you're charging with the needle blight. We'll just count it as. Are you actually charging to get the bonus?
Do I have enough room for that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're charging for to get over to the needle blight, and then you have one action point left. You want to attack?
Yes.
Okay, give yourself the bonus with the charge attack. I believe I could look it up unless someone knows it off the top of their head.
He's like
Movement ×2 and add 1d6 fury die to
Yep.
damage.
Perfect. So you'll add 1 fury die to your attack.
all right.
That needle blight is injured, so that is a miss. Do you want to reroll?
Yes.
Okay. That is a miss. Do you want to reroll?
Why is it at 59? That's weird.
I'm the one that gets the bonus for charging.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems oddly low.
Let's see, Torvekek.
That's Zweihander.
You have a combat ability of 49, but you have your skill trained with +10, so it'd be 59.
Okay.
Would you like to reroll?
That's up to everybody else. I've already used my. I accidentally clicked.
That's up to everyone else. Click.
I don't think it rerolled.
Oh, did you?
No,
just...
it didn't reroll. I accidentally clicked the actual Fury die. Or Fortune track. Fortune.
Oh, okay. I'll give that back to you. Sorry. There you go.
So I've already used mine. I don't know if everybody be okay if
I don't
try
care.
to roll it again.
I'm all
Go
good.
for it.
Do it.
Do it. That's a miss. Would you like to reroll?
No.
Okay. You guys see Torvekek charge. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Just missing all his attacks. That's all your action points. Remember, you still have one if you need to dodge a parry based on your character sheet. Okay, needle blights that are in the room. There's one next to Adarag. There's one remaining, so it is going to
The one in the room already shot at Grunkle, didn't he?
Sorry, not needle blight. Twig blights. I apologize. Okay. Yeah, twig blights turn. Yeah.
Does that mean the twig blights are going before me then? I was just looking because we have the same initiative roll.
I skipped your turn. I'm so sorry. You're right. Nope, I skipped your turn. I'm going back. It is your turn.
That's okay. Easy to miss, big Grunkle. No.
That's my apology.
I only have two actions.
Dodge though, so does that use some?
You don't what? Sorry.
Grunkle dodged. So what does that do?
One action point down, so he has 2 remaining.
I see. Okay.
Which puts me in a bad situation because my signature move takes 3 action points.
Yep.
I see.
It's big barbarian berserk mode.
I guess my question is, if I charge and then does that give the bonus to my next attack? Like I charge towards them. If I don't attack on this turn, is it lost?
I think it would be lost, but that's a great question.
Yeah.
Charge at movement ×2, add 1d6 to damage. Yeah, I think you have to attack. 2 damage. Like damage on that charge. You can't charge, stop, and then attack. It would be all part of the charge. Unless you've got something in the book. I see you got the book pulled up. It might have a better description.
No, I'm just trying to see if I can do. Yeah, when engaged. Okay. I'm not engaged with anybody.
While he's looking, Raph, how many twig blights did you say were left?
There's one in the room. Wylfer sees 6 more coming down his hallway, and you guys can't see out the other hallway.
Was that 6 including the 4 that are dead?
There are 4 dead, there's 6 still upcoming.
Okay.
Okay, I know what I want to do. since Torvekek's going forward, I'm going to go back to help out my comrade, and put distance between myself and the swamp dragon that I'm not afraid of.
No, of course not.
So I'll save a point to do additional dodging and parrying, if I may.
Okay.
But for my other point, I will use Litany of Hatred, using my Intimidate ability, to scream at that needle blight down the hall that I ate your friends, and they didn't even taste good.
Okay. Not the needle blight that's in the room being attacked by the dragon in Torvekek. The one
Correct.
coming down the
I'm
hall.
turning to
towards
back up Wylfer.
Okay. Yep. So a Litany of Hatred from Grunkle, which takes an intimidation check.
It is routine because I'm lightly injured.
Okay.
Easy if I'm unharmed.
Can I ask, what is your fellowship bonus?
45.
Nope, the bonus.
45. No, 4.
4. Okay, I didn't know if it was affected. So you could actually affect 4 creatures, so it would be probably the Needle Blight and 3 of the Twig Blights.
Yeah, primary target is Needle Blight. I'll let it bleed over on.
Roger that. Let's get an intimidation check from Grunkle.
8. You're kind.
Would you like to reroll? 96 out of 59.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal one of these dice. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Would you like to
I'm
reroll?
really sorry. No.
Okay.
I burped
Bad
at them
rolls.
and it got
What does
embarrassing.
Grunkle say?
He burps at them.
Okay. You guys see Grunkle go, turn around and go, classic Grunkle. Something we haven't gotten to and we need to fix. We're going to do this. Where is it? Here. Here. Okay.
Whoa.
Torvekek, as you're over there, you just see you like swing and kind of turn, and you feel your reflection jump off your back, come up over and go roar, and bring his axe down on top of this blight, cleaving it in two. What everyone else sees, actually roll awareness. Everyone else except Wylfer and Grunkle can't.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus, I did not expect that.
Yeah, that was okay.
We'll just throw up.
He is a Torvekek though, so it's kind of
okay.
expected.
Immortal knows what
Wow.
the fuck's going on. So that's everyone, right? Yeah. So Gnimwirt, well, Adarag, you just see the Torvekek swinging and missing, and you just see the needle blight kind of rear up and then just split in half and fall dead. Gnimwirt, you very
How
clearly
did that work?
see the shadows on the wall. You see a shadow of Torvekek run up, leap off Torvekek's back, wield an axe, bring it down, killing the needle blight.
Okay. Is that the one that? Is that the one that Atlas was
Yes.
attacking? Okay.
Yep. That one is dead. The one inside the room is dead. The only thing left in the room that's a threat is one twig blight next to Adarag.
And so, I'm a little confused about. Are there 3 hallways? There's
2 hallways.
2 hallways.
Grunkle and his group came down. I believe the same one you guys came down.
Okay.
Yeah, so they came down that one, and then to the left is the other one that you went and you saw what was coming down that way, and then shut the door and ran back.
Right, and that's where this fight with this needle blight was taking place.
Is at that doorway, but
Yeah.
you knew other things were coming down the hallway.
Right.
Yeah, and then they're fighting off anything else coming down the other hallway.
Okay.
So holy shit, that just happened. Okay, that brings us to
You
okay.
now have more than one Torvekek in every fight. You better get used to it.
It's a weird little thing that happened. Okay, so the twig blights. Now that we're on par, sorry for trying to skip you there, Grunkle. Okay. So the question is, he is currently prone. If they wanted to get up, stand up from prone and move 1 yard, step into a vehicle or mount an animal, invokes an opportunity attack if moving out of an engagement. Okay, they're not moving out of an engagement, so he's going to stand up for 2 and then attack Adarag for 1.
I like the vehicle comment. Like he gets up onto his motorcycle and just.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Okay. Critical attacks do not add any damage. It just means you can't. There's no way you can block or parry.
Yeah.
So that's at least
Which
there's
couldn't
that.
anyways because I had already used my.
What is Adarag's damage threshold?
My damage.
Actually,
threshold?
before you tell me,
Okay.
I don't need to know. I'm going to. He is doing an all-out last stand because there's no way he escapes. All the doors are blocked, and he's doing an all-out last stand. So I'm going to explode this with misfortune for 11. So what is your damage threshold?
4.
4. So 8. So he doesn't hit you for 3, but he does hit you for 2. So you go 2 steps down the damage threshold.
Moderately wounded.
Moderately wounded, yes sir. Okay. Which may inflict a penalty or injury.
You are moderately wounded. Roll for injury.
Roll for injury. You don't want a 6.
I always roll a 6. So
there you go. You got a 3, so you do not get an injury. Okay, that's its entire turn. It had to stand up and fight. The other ones move closer to. They spend their turn moving close all the way down the hallway towards Grunkle and Wylfer. That brings us
to
with
engaged.
us. That would bring them to. You couldn't move, so they're engaged with Wylfer.
How far are they from me in this case? Then, if they're engaged with
Maybe
Wylfer?
one square. Like I would assume Wylfer was right behind you guys, kind of coming in, so he's not far from you. 1 square away, 3 feet, 5 feet, whatever.
I can't charge for 3 feet. So.
So that brings us to Wylfer's turn.
Woofers.
Yeah, you heard it. Woofus.
Woofer's turn.
What is Wylfer wanting to do?
Are they like basically right in front of me now?
Yeah.
Did the moonlit arrow actually do anything, or did it just kind of pierce them and then that was it?
It killed 4 of them. It is currently stuck into the ground and illuminating the hallway. You're not sure what other effects it's having on them.
Alright. Yeah, just really wanted to know what that did. Also, I did start going back. I'm looking at last week's the week before's episode to find out how many arrows we have.
No.
But if they're right in front of me now, right?
Mm-hmm. There are 6 of them piling up in front of you.
A bit too close to fire another arrow at them.
Firing in melee would have a disadvantage, a penalty.
But Grunkle's legs are like large enough that you could like run between them, right?
You could maneuver, which costs 2 action points, but it would get you 1 step back away from them, and then you could shoot for 1.
The action point that I didn't use last time because I had only used 2 of them.
Yeah,
it doesn't stack up for the next time.
You can't just stack up.
But changing weapons would also use an action point, correct?
Yes. So either you can switch to a different weapon, stay in melee, or you can dip out of melee for 2 and then attack with your range for 1. Or plenty plethora of other actions.
At Grunkle.
Yeah, he's basically standing right behind you.
I put my bow back on my back. I pull out my bullwhip and I just kind of crack it at one of the blights in front of me. That's
I genuinely thought you were going to crack it at Grunkle. I was very confused.
I thought the same thing. I was like, you're going to be like, all right, get him! Get him! I was going to be like, geez, ow, no, I'm going to stop it.
I look at Grunkle, pull out my bullwhip. I was like, what are you doing to Grunkle?
Like, clearly Grunkle wants me to stand behind him. I'm not, after watching Grunkle basically die and then Torvekek die, I'm not going to just step back.
See the attack.
Yeah, 1 action hunting bow away. Would that be 1 action for a swap?
1 action for a swap.
Weapons?
And so does that leave you 2 action points?
Yeah.
Yep. So you're gonna aim and attack, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna aim and attack.
Okay. Are you trained with this bullwhip?
This is the second time I've used it.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Before you roll, do you have Guile trained or very good?
Attributes.
Guile is based on fellowship, and that's a skill you can use to do dirty tricks instead of aim. If you wanted to like throw some stuff into their eyes to try and blind them or something.
It doesn't have an asterisk beside it.
That's a good thing because asterisk means you have to flip to fail.
Does that mean it's trained?
If
If it's trained, it has a plus 10. If it's trained, it has a plus 10. Yeah, like if your fellowship's a 55 or something, then
My fellowship's a 38.
okay, you'd have a 38% chance of blinding them, or you can do a plus 10 aim. I just want to mention that as an option.
I've never looked over. I just haven't looked over Wylfer's character sheet. Wylfer, you're a your brawn is your best stat.
What the hell?
Is brawn my best stat?
Brawn is your best stat. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I swear, if you're stronger than me,
What is it? He is. He's more brawny than Grunkle.
What?
Oh well, Grunkle, you have brawn bonus that makes you leagues more brawny than him.
he's more able to leverage what muscle he has. Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, he has a 50
Grunkle just raw
in
talent.
brawn. You have a 49, but you have 8 brawn bonus where he has 4. So you're doubly as brawny as him, technically.
I hit hard.
Yeah. Anyways, do your check.
Yeah, I'm aiming, so that brings it to a 10.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yep, plus 10%.
And then with cha.
Boom. Problem is this weapon doesn't do damage.
Qualities: entangling.
Immediately after striking a foe, weapons of this quality force a foe to resist either chokehold or takedown. You choose which.
Chuckled.
And they have to flip the results to fail to try and resist it. So chokehold, and you're attacking which, the twig blights or the needle blight?
Whatever's closest.
Twig blights would be closest. Okay. So you're going chokehold?
Yep.
Okay. Chokehold. Make a foe resist with athletics. Okay, so they have to resist with athletics on a flip to fail. That's not great. Flip to fail. Roll. How'd they do?
Wow.
Wow! Okay. You try and choke them, and they just rip through the, they just rip it off. Not rip through it, your weapon's still good. But they basically rip it off and shed it. And continue to...
vines.
Yeah, they're like, we know about this. That is your turn, so that brings us to, Adarag. Adarag, there's one blight engaged with you, one twig blight.
I mean, internally he says,
I think he just got up and stabbed you, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
That fucking hurt.
Yeah, neither of the short folk are speaking common anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah, those.
They don't want to listen to us anyways.
This is normal.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going to this time only use a. Let's see. What are my skills? That you mentioned a dirty tricks.
Yeah. Have you guys not?
It's one of the perilous stunts on
Yeah.
page 246.
Throw that
You can
again.
if you succeed at the guile test against them, oh, you're pulling it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
won't read it
I'm looking
then.
at the sheet. I got to print out.
But you can only do one perilous stunt, one
You-
special action, and one attack action. So
Hang
it's
on.
worth looking through. And
Adarag has printouts of the quick sheets?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
oh, that's cute. It's
I
in
don't have a
color
printer.
too.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a single aim and then do another stiletto attack,
Okay, and then saving your other one to maybe parry it.
saving the other one, yeah.
Okay. Let's see it. Plus 10% to your attack.
Plus 10%.
Hey, it's a hit! For how much damage, though? The being.
Oh my god.
I think it's fucking enough. Let's see.
That fucking hurt.
Before I tell you how much damage this is gonna do, would you like to explode it with fortune?
Nah. May,
16
Should
is
I?
pretty good.
16 is pretty good. I think that's more than I did last time.
16 is
Only
good for
twig blight.
Grunkle.
Twig blight.
Yeah.
You leaving it there?
Yeah, I think
How
I'm
did
leaving
you
it there.
roll? I'm looking at your roll, and it's 2 6s that are red.
Yeah, that means they explode. So we got
Oh,
top
so that's why
damage,
it
so it
kept rolling.
exploded. Yep, so it kept rolling.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Actually, just so you know, you don't need to choose because you killed it. I just reviewed it. It's 1 hit away from death because there's only 1 left. You did kill it. You don't need to use the fortune point. So yeah, you go. That fucking hurt. Ah! Well, didn't you fucking die? Basically, Stiletto stab and just probably stab it in and just wiggle it all around. Like, the twig blight falls dead. That is, all the blights are out of the room now. You're saving 1 action point, so that brings us to Gnimwirt. Gnimwirt, what are you wanting to do?
Okay. I'm going to turn to Atlas,
Mhm.
and I'm going to tell him.
The noisemaker's gone off at this point. There's no more.
Okay, yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. Okay. Yeah, I turn to Atlas, and I'm going to tell him, okay, get yourself to safety, and we'll come find you after this is done.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of hurt. Thank you.
So I'm assuming that's 1 action.
1 action.
Okay, and then I have an idea.
That's always good. All right.
So I want to do a
Gnimwirt ends up in
litany
the
of-
ocean. Damn it!
I want to do a litany of hatred towards the blights,
Oh.
yelling in Draconic
Okay.
to scare them.
Okay. Down that second hallway. That,
Yeah.
I think only Torvekek's ever been down. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know,
Okay.
what do I do? Intimidate?
If
Do I get
you
like a
are
bonus
unarmed-
because I sound like a dragon?
No, because they might not just understand what you're just like, I'm Jagger, and they're like, I don't know what that means, bro.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna sound really mean and aggressive.
Maybe if you roll well. It might
If
sound
you're
really
if
mean
you're
and aggressive.
unarmed or unharmed, I should say, you get a +20. If you take damage, it gets worse and worse.
Where do you
I've got
see
the
that?
page
'Cause we
open.
need to have that up.
Oh, where? Huh?
I've got it. The book's open on my lap, but
Okay.
it's not going to be visible if I hold it like this. I'm doing it
Yeah,
anyways.
that's not on the quick sheet, so I would never remember to do that.
Page 248 is where it says it. Unharmed is +20, and then it's +10 once you're lightly wounded. Moderately wounded, like if Adarag was to do it now, would be a +0, and then seriously, grievously, it becomes -10, -20. So interestingly, a berserker does worse at Litany of Hatred the closer they get to their nirvana.
That is interesting. Okay, so you could do Litany of Hatred. What is your damage threshold right now? Or
I'm
damage?
lightly wounded right now.
So what does he get at lightly wounded, Pickles?
+10.
Perfect. So there you get a +10.
A routine, I should say.
Yeah, you can make
Even
a
though
routine
it's the same.
check either way.
Routine. Okay.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Would you like to reroll?
Okay. No.
Okay. What do you sound like to everyone else?
What do I think I sound like, or what do I actually sound
what
like?
do you actually sound like to everyone else?
It's like a high pitch dragon.
Just from this little dude.
It sounds more like a whelpling than a dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Is that 1 action point?
That would be 1.
It's
And
1, and you
then-
can only use it once per combat.
Encounter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna run over to Grunkle.
Mhm.
Can I get to him?
From where you're at, it would be 2 movement to get to Grunkle, 2 action points.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'm gonna hide behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your full turn. That brings us to the Torvekeks. What are you doing?
Yay.
There's the open door in front of you, leading down a hallway, and you see a couple more twig blights crawling, and you see a hulking figure moving behind them, completely drenched in vines.
Go! Bring the Framenwerfer!
He's going from a weird Russian accent to a German accent.
I think I understood what that meant.
Yeah.
Grunkle not know his World War II weaponry very well.
Breathe fire down the hallway.
Did you ever give Grunkle that?
Yes, I did. Like
we made a
4
mention.
episodes ago.
Yeah, we made a mention that he never gave it, and he was like, "No, I gave it." So I told you to write it in your inventory. Remember that?
So
yeah,
I have
handed it off as
Did you write it in your inventory like I told you to?
I handed it to you like right before we left Hobbs Lodge for the big battle.
Pickles and I both agreed.
Oh
that
no shit, I do.
Yeah, and then you corrected us, and so I had him write it in his inventory.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's there.
Okay.
I don't remember writing it there, but
So, you've used 1 action point to call out to Grunkle. What else do you do?
There's nothing else in the room I need to worry about.
Nothing in the room currently. Well, besides, a giant swamp dragon.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to ignore that right now.
It's right next to you.
Yep,
really scary though.
It's one of the things that contributed to my death, so I'm kind of...
This is true.
I feel conflicted, but the little person says that they help us.
And I really don't want to poke it.
Yeah.
You guys really did just run into a room. These 2 little dudes were just like, "Don't hurt the dragon, he's our friend." We'll go, like, okay.
I didn't even make it into the room. I'm still in the hallway.
Wylfer has no idea what's going on. What a weird situation to just walk into. You're like, wow.
I'm guessing it would cost me an action point to switch to my crossbow.
Yes, sir. Got 2 action points left. Do you switch to your crossbow?
Yep, switch to crossbow and fire a shot.
Okay, twig blights or vine blight?
I'm gonna go with Vine Blight because I feel like he'd be more annoying.
All right. Just so everyone's aware, that's what we're looking at.
Oh, like Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Except present in my life and threatening me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my friends.
What's this thing called?
A vine blight.
Vine Blight.
And what's
Got a
the
case of
other
the
ones?
VB.
that shoot things?
Needle blight.
Needle blight. Okay.
Okay, so that brings us to your attack, Torvekek. Standard crossbow attack. Arbalist crossbow. Hey, 12 out of 49. That's a hit. See it. The damage look like. Would you like to explode that with fortune?
We've only got 2 fortune points left.
Yes.
What about everybody else? What do y'all think?
I say go for it.
Do it.
We need to take advantage of an actual hit to do some
Oh,
damage
wow.
against this.
I was
shit.
gonna say, you actually don't get a choice. You have to, because you see, as you aim and you're like ready to fire, you just see your shadow self grab the. So you've got your crossbow here, and it's got the little drawstring. I don't know, drawstring. Pulled back around the bolt, and you just see him grab the drawstring, pull it back even further, and let go. And so it just launches this thing for 18 damage into it. That was actually good because you weren't going to do damage. And now you just did 2 damage.
Yeah.
This thing becomes moderately wounded as it's
Roll for entry. Roll
then
for
it just-
entry.
goes through it. These guys can't get injuries.
Oh, fuck them.
Yep.
Sorry, Defense.
Sorry, my girlfriend's blowing up my phone. Okay. That's your full turn. That brings us to Atlas. You didn't roll leadership, so I don't know if he's gonna listen to you or not. But he also doesn't owe any of you anything, so But also, how the hell would he get out? Well, okay, I know I was gonna try and get out of here.
Did I use that action point I've saved?
To interrupt. Yes, that's never been done before, but I'm pretty sure that's an action thing you can do.
I just want to use it to like call out to him.
I don't think it's not. It is, but go for it. What do you say?
Okay,
you can use it.
I want to call out to Atlas and say thank you for your help. We, like my friend says, we will find you later, or you will find us. I'll meet you where this all began. The
oh yeah, okay, yeah. He would know it. Yeah, he would know.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to see. In his mind, he's gonna go because he doesn't really owe you guys anything, and he doesn't need to protect you. So, he's going to gonna spend his whole. Oh well, you can't aim this, so okay. He scales up the wall, just climbing up the walls of this building, up to the ceiling, and ooh, this will be interesting. Let's see. Okay, you see him punch a hole through the ceiling. Bricks, giant bricks, are gonna start falling down to the ground. Who's in that area? Torvekek, and Adarag. I need you two to roll. I will allow. I think a general dodge roll is gonna be your best bet here. Just based off your coordination.
Yeah, based on coordination.
Yeah, it's dodge. It's got a little running dude on your character sheet. Just click that.
Standard cross.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, because it, well, yeah. You already rolled, so just go for it. Would you like to reroll?
I would like to reroll.
Okay. Okay. I don't have exact damage on this. Jesus Christ. Don't
worry, Adarag. I'll just carry you to a random guy and be like, heal him, and you'll come back.
Bjorn's not a healer.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna have you go 1 damage track down. I'm not gonna roll for it. I don't want you to die off this. This is dumb. But you'll just go 1 down on the damage track. You do not suffer any penalties from it.
Okay. Seriously wounded. Roll for injury.
No roll for injury.
Okay.
As basically, you guys are standing there. Adarag, or not Adarag. Torvekek. You look up and your shadow reaches out and kind of pulls you back. It's like, no. And Adarag, you're like, goodbye, friend. Oh shit! As you guys see Adarag get buried under rubble. That brings us to the Needle Blight. There's still a Needle Blight in the hallway looking at Wylfer and Grunkle. It's going to roll. It looks, and then turns and starts running the other way. That brings us to Grunkle. You've got 6 blights in front of Wylfer, and you've got Wylfer in front of you, and you've got Gnimwirt run up behind you.
If I use Kitty Cat, why are you being a weirdo? If I use stunning action, or stunning blow, I should say,
yeah,
is would that's probably not to all of the twig blights, or is it?
They act as a group, so yeah, it would be.
All right, so my first action will be stunning blow, and then my second action will be an attack.
Okay, so stunning blow is 1 action point.
You'll be using toughness, and I'll be using athletics, which I am trained in.
This toughness. Okay, so you do your athletics roll to see if I need to train resist.
Yeah. Kitty please.
Okay, so you succeed, and then they have to roll. I already forgot. Stunning blow. Toughness or be stunned, which means they'll start with less action points. Okay, so they have to roll toughness. Roll. They succeed.
Okay, well that's fine by me.
Okay. So you have 2 action points left. What do you do?
I'm going to save one, and I'm going to attack.
Okay.
So here is Gorthok the Unyielding.
I'm not gonna allow you to do that because they're 1 square away from you, so you'll have to move 1.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah,
I forgot about that,
Yeah,
actually.
that was the problem.
Click, click, pull.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I have a benefit with this! I have a power!
You do now! Oh shit!
Oh my gosh, okay. I have to yes, okay. So
Oh,
I just
shit.
bought I was being like, okay, I entered this game being like, okay, this won't happen, but you know, it'd be really nice, it'd make me really happy.
Here we
This
are.
is the worst enemy to have it happen on, but I have a new berserker power. If I roll a critical success with a melee attack, I inflict the ruined quality to a foe's shield, weapon, or armor, parentheses, your choice, in parentheses. It has no effect on Castle Forge trapping, so I can't break, like, really good stuff, but I have to have a two-handed big weapon. So, if they have any armor, I would like to inflict ruined on their armor.
You know they're. I mean, here I'll show you a picture.
They've got
of them.
natural flesh, but I'm hoping to maybe like break some of their, because they don't really have weapons, do they?
They've only been able to attack you. They don't look like they have armor. Their weapons are their arms. They're basically like stabbing.
Can I target their
with
arms?
These branches,
Break
yeah,
their arms.
absolutely. I don't see why not.
Okay,
That's
then
their weapon.
If I can target their arms, then I think that would be more logical than their natural armor.
I agree.
And time to roll really low on damage. 10.
Would you let? Oh, you guys don't have any points left.
Yeah.
There are left, so 10. You okay? You basically cleave through and you kill 2 of them, and then you come back and basically with your cleave, you've killed 2, and the remaining 4, you've basically cut off their arms. So they're just standing there with no arms, looking at you like,
Uh-oh.
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 Just to throw that out there, this is what I'm talking about.
that's awesome.
I'm not even gonna roll. These twig blights are turning and running, which means Grunkle and Wylfer, you guys both have attacks of opportunity. However, they have not that this. At run, they have a +3 damage threshold. So if you try and do an attack of opportunity, you're gonna want to do high damage because they're gonna be harder to inflict damage on. So are either of you wanting to do an attack of opportunity on these?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
Plus-
follow Grunkle's lead, and I'll also do an attack of opportunity, I guess.
Okay, roll your your with your bullwhip. Okay.
He would, if he succeeds, he holds them in place, and that would, in theory, help me.
Well, that'll work too, I guess, right?
To an extent. So, but for this, I need both of you guys to roll. This is just to attack for opportunity.
Okay.
So just roll the weapon?
Yep, standard roll.
Hello, where are you? Why did you not show up?
Love you, Grunkle.
Okay, Grunkle damage. I'll tell you right now. You
That
need
was
to
my
do. I can't tell you. Oh wait, I can't because you guys don't have fortune points. You need to do 9. Okay, 9 or more damage. So of the
I'm gonna throw this bullwhip away because this thing's useless.
2 remaining,
You hit the wall, and it scares one of them into my blade.
Of the 2 remaining, Grunkle cleaves one in half. The other one's running down the hall with no arms. Wylfer throws out his whip, but it wraps around where there would have been an arm, but there's no arm, so it doesn't attach to
Wraps
anything.
around the arm that is
On the ground. It's like barely hanging on by a thread. You grab it and rip it off, and it's just like, no. They run off down the hall. I'm gonna throw this because I didn't technically put the Vine Blight on there, so it's the Vine Blight's turn. You guys, someone shot an arrow. Torvekek shot an arrow through it.
Yep.
It looks down, looks back at you guys. It's also gonna turn and start heading the other way. The Blights with it are gonna follow. Does anyone want to give chase, or do you guys allow the enemies to retreat?
Grunkle is quick to think here, probably, and he's not one. He's panicked about his friends. He wants to protect them all, and probably bumps into Gnimwirt a little bit as he backs up.
Wylfer gets ready to chase after Grunkle. following the enemies and realizes
Grunkle
Grunkle
goes
didn't
backwards.
sprint off like he normally would.
Grunkle's basically like when your dog walks behind you and you're like backing up and you're like, there's a Gnimwirt there.
Yeah, does Gnimwirt think there's more enemies coming from a hallway?
The hallway you're looking at, it looks like everyone's running away.
Right, that
you
one.
see, I think the only thing left in the hallway running away was a needle blight and one armless twig blight.
So that's the one we were just fighting in. But I'm talking about, does Gnimwirt know of more enemies in a different hallway or not? I can't keep track of the hallways.
There's only 2 hallways. You guys
Okay.
are looking down the one that... Here, see if my little notes here will show up. So
They're all fleeing.
There's
Would
a
be the quick
circular
answer,
room.
I think.
This is the one that you guys came in through. They're leaving. This is the other door that you noticed. They're also fleeing.
I think you're meant to be gesturing to the other side of the page, but
Yep. There.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So, okay, I'm good.
And can I interrupt Gnimwirt here with an action?
It depends. Is anyone still engaging the enemy?
No, I'm not engaging the enemy.
Okay.
I'm
Not
moving
you.
my
No,
sword to
shush.
my shoulder,
Shush.
and I want.
Shush.
Okay.
Torvekek, are you engaging the enemy?
No, it's not.
Wylfer,
really.
are you engaging the enemy?
no. I was
Gnimwirt, are you
following
engaging the enemy?
Grunkle.
Adarag, are you engaging the enemy?
I'm climbing out from that rebel. No.
Oh yeah, you're underneath rubble. Oh, yeah, Adarag's not. Okay, so now we're out of combat, so you guys can act freely. That's what I need to know.
I want to defensively put Gnimwirt in my barrel.
Gnimwirt, would you like to resist being manhandled?
My fingers are greasy with ogre sweat, in case that helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to not have that happen so I can run to Adarag.
Okay, so I need Grunkle to roll athletics.
Okay, I thought you were going to go with coordination there. That's fine.
You're not dancing with him. Picking him up.
True.
Okay.
Dance, Grunkle, dance.
Grunkle goes to grab you, and you dart away from Grunkle towards the center of the room.
He's a slippery little gnome.
Okay,
Can I follow after him, like lumbering slowly?
Absolutely.
Just trying to grab him.
Just-
so,
I've got to be
no,
safe.
no.
so I
But
want
like
to
the
describe.
longer I lumber after him, the more I try and see what he's running to.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn to Grunkle and try to tell him, help me get Adarag out of the rebel, but it's just. I point at it as like a gesture.
You see him, you just don't understand. He turns and looks at you and goes,
Don't talk like Dibs. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
it sounds like dibs, right?
And I'm gonna remove the rubble to see if Adarag can talk some sense into him. Would you like an athletics roll for the rebel?
Absolutely. Meanwhile, I want to know what Torvekek and some Wylfers are doing.
Wylfer ran halfway down the hallway thinking that Grunkle was gonna sprint past him.
And when you realize he hasn't,
Turns around.
you see no one's following you into the hallway.
Stopped, like slid a little in the hallway. The moonlit moss arrow. Can I retrieve that?
Roll 1d2. If it's a 1, it's broke. If it's a
that
2,
is-
it's okay.
/R?
Yeah, /R space 1d2.
Raph, I
And
sent you an
also,
IM.
there was
It broke.
20 arrows made. I got 14 of them.
Oh, you had 14 of them? Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you took 6. So you had 14 of them, so now you've used 2.
Yeah, I've already calculated it. I've got it in my thing. In my quiver. In my quiver's notes. That wants to show up again. There we go, it's there. I've got 12 left. And you said a 1 would break the arrow?
Yeah, that one just broke.
Yeah, that's fine.
It broke going through 4 bodies.
That's perfectly
Um,
fine. Yeah, I'll turn
okay.
around and I'll notice that Grunkle's not following me, and I will.
So I
head
need
back
to
towards
know.
the
I need to know
Grunkle.
what Torvekek's doing then.
Torvekek is kind of just gonna find a spot to sit down.
Your
Stand on
weird
top of
image
Adarag.
sits next to you. Kind of nudges you on the arm, like, good job.
Torvekek pats the image on the back.
For anyone watching, he just looks over and pats his shadow on the wall. Like patting himself on the back. Pickles left. Okay. So, did he roll athletics? He did. Interesting. Adarag, you're underneath this rubble, like, ow, and you feel it go. It falls back.
Lifts a little bit and just lands back on you.
Drops it. Like, maybe it didn't kill him. Put him out of his misery.
Wylfer would like to.
I'm
I
still
can't
alive
offer
down
to help
here.
him, but if I'm hearing Adarag's voice in like a grumble, I can like try to lift the rock as well, I guess.
Okay,
But I can't offer to
Wylfer is
help anyone.
heading back into the room. Gnimwirt, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, knowing that I can't clear this rubble and seeing Grunkle try, I'm gonna frantically try to pull out a parchment and like writing utensils, and I'm going to start. The companions can see me like deliberately like sounding out draconic words, but it's like slower than my normal like excited talk. You know, it's draw and you just see me like I'm writing down stuff, and Wrath, for me and you, what I'm doing is I'm writing in common tongue, but I'm writing out like the phonetic sounds of what I'm saying. Like,
Man, I hope you're not going to give that to any of us because I'm only literate in Elven.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just writing out like the like the phonics of it,
Okay.
trying to make it so that I can
So
say it.
you're saying it out loud, and it comes out like you're saying, I don't know, for instance, I eat apples, and it comes out as Ugen Thunder. So you write Ugen Thunder? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you later what I'm saying.
Okay.
But that's what I'm trying to do.
That's peculiar, but I'm intrigued. Okay, so we've got you doing that. We've got Grunkle picking up and dropping the boulders back on top of Adarag. We've got Torvekek sitting, patting himself on the back. We've got Wylfer running back into the room. Let's throw it over to Wylfer.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wherever the noise is coming from that is supposed to be Adarag. I'm gonna be lifting rocks that Grunkle isn't touching.
Okay. Give me an athletics check at hard difficulty.
Alright. Athletics at roll.
Why does he get hard difficulty?
What?
He's the brawniest out of all of us.
But he's
Holy
a
shit.
different
Also
build than
frail.
He just did it. Wylfer goes over there and like plants his feet and just lifts with his back and just rips this boulder up, and he's holding it up, and Adarag's underneath you.
Can Grunkle provide support
just-
here? Like
just
once
so-
it's up, he actually like leans in to give a little bit less strain.
Just
Yeah,
so Grunkle
and
doesn't think I'm being a dick. It's just how my character be.
Adarag,
No, I don't
you're
think you're
as
dick,
you
you're just
crawl
awesome.
out. What do you say?
my chest, my everything.
And
Torvekek's gonna
as he
get up.
crawls out, you guys hear the chest, everything.
Torvekek is gonna get up and start providing medical attention.
Oh, who?
Oh,
Because out of everybody in this room, he's probably the one that has least contributed to his death.
To Adarag? Sorry, cut out.
Yes, Adarag's probably the one out of this room that has contributed least to Torvekek's death.
So Adarag,
Hey, excuse me.
Torvekek's coming over and trying to perform heal on you. What is Adarag doing?
Adarag is at this point like he's throughout this entirety of the of this campaign, he's like gotten hurt maybe once, and it was down to like lightly wounded. So he's just like whatever help anybody can give. At
Okay,
this point.
so you just crawl out and then just roll on your back and you're just laying there.
I'm like, just
Torvekek,
like,
you come over
"Ow."
and you're gonna provide healing. How?
I have drugs.
I have drugs. What are you pumping into Adarag's system?
Oh god.
Torvekek just lights a blunt. All right.
All right, you ready for this?
A
You're gonna feel a lot better.
A dwarvish amount of meth.
Adarag dies.
I need to know.
Literally, though.
I need to know
He
what.
dies
Okay,
happy.
I need to know what you're pumping into his body.
I'm gonna be like putting a laudanum bandage around his ribs, like a laudanum soaked bandage around his ribs.
Okay.
Laudanum was always like a alcohol opiate tincture, or
Yeah, it's a liquid.
Would it actually work?
Bandage? It probably
Well,
wouldn't.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a draught of liquid. Yep.
Do I need to put it in his mouth then? I don't know whether it's supposed to go on the wound or if it's supposed to go in his mouth.
I'm trying to remember. Pickles, you might have this.
Ingested
Is
and
it?
or injected.
Okay, so he needs to drink it.
What's the question, Wrath?
Isn't that to prevent an injury?
No,
is that
no,
to
it's
move one up
tincture.
the
The tincture.
And
tincture is to
tincture
prevent an injury? Laudanum is to move you one step up the damage threshold.
Yes.
Correct.
Or recover some damage, doesn't say how much.
I believe it was a step.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have quick access to that.
That's okay. I've got the book open here, so if you have
I've got the
questions,
book
I
as
can help
well.
out.
It's hard to find it.
No, I mean I have a physical book. It's super easy to flip around
Yeah, that's
compared to a PDF. I mean,
yeah. Probably need one of
All
those.
right,
back.
Adarag. Do you have the laudanum on you?
No.
Okay, I have some here. Would you drink this for me?
Don't give him a choice. I yank open his mouth.
You're just like, do it, do it.
Okay, blood magician. This is a heavy block. I don't know how you're able to lift it. Blood magician, maybe. Don't force him to drink things if he doesn't consent.
It will help your ribs and everything else that feels like it's been.
If it'll help this pain, give me it.
He dumps it down his throat.
You will move one step up the damage tracker. As it's basically like a numbing agent. Pain. What's it called? Why am I?
Vicodin.
Yeah, it's
like an opiate, a pain blocker, something to make it so you
morphine,
pain medication.
like morphine.
Yeah,
which is an opiate.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. Okay. You guys have a moment of rest. What do you guys do?
Oh, thank you.
The only one who you guys can't understand is the one currently going.
So, do you know what he's saying, or is this just something he does on the regular?
No, that's the potion that was left in our
I peer over his shoulder. I'm not literate in common. He's scribbling something in letters I don't understand.
Nay, it's the tongue that Atlas uses.
Oh, right, the giant dragon that killed me.
So I'd have to assume
he's not just a bad guy. I have to say. I have to stand up for him there.
Peering over.
You're standing up for the giant beast that killed me.
Peering over Gnimwirt's shoulder as he speaks in what I can only assume is Draconic. I assume you're writing down some sort of thesaurus.
I'm writing in common tongue, so you recognize the letters, but it means nothing.
I do not. I know what common looks like. Don't understand the words.
Yeah, I think maybe you can tell.
Someone does, but not Wylfer.
Maybe you can tell that, I'm trying to write out in the common tongue what it's sounding like.
Yeah, very clearly words that you're writing down in words I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm very
writing
focused on it.
in a language he doesn't understand, words of a language he doesn't understand.
Yes, but he does recognize the letters.
No, he doesn't.
I would recognize that he's writing something down. I'm literate in some languages, just not common.
Yeah, you know he's writing words, but you have no idea.
I'm gonna sit beside him and I'm just gonna start copying him, trying to learn how to spell common.
You're gonna try and write something to someone that's gonna say "Undung-the-thunga." I'm like, what? Alright, so Wylfer and Gnimwirt are having a little study session. What's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna offer Adarag a hand to help him up on his feet if he's wanting to get up on his feet.
Yeah, at this point, he'll accept the hand and try to get up and see how he fares on his feet.
So, how did you guys fare with the battle?
Well, I honestly thought we were fucked before you came through that doorway.
I wasn't talking about this one, but fair enough.
Oh, I think he was talking. I turn around.
The one from
I
2
think he was
weeks
talking
ago.
about the one where they died.
Ah, that one. Well, I crept off to the north gate and lit a fire to prevent any more from coming down and attacking us.
Before we continue any further, if you guys spend the next hour and a half playing recap, I'm gonna be so mad. For anyone watching, the first collab episode I did, the crossover episode, they sat there for 3 hours and just told each other stories of their adventure, which is awesome. But if you want to do that, show up to under the table. Don't do it here.
I stand up with my scribble page and I walk over to Adarag and I put my hand out because I think this is the second time I've met you. But great minds think alike. We both tried to set fire to things while we were in the battle.
It's true.
All right, so we're gonna pretend that we filled
Pretend
each
that
other
we
in on
recap
whatever
that.
happened. Yeah.
Good
Just so
recap.
Raph doesn't get angry at us.
But now I'm standing next to Torvekek and Adarag and with a scribble page.
Yep. So
So
you're there. What's
we-
Grunkle doing? Are you in this congregation?
No, I guess not.
What are you doing?
Grunkle is
Still holding the boulder I left with him.
no, Grunkle set that down, but after seeing that better people can take care of injured folk than Grunkle, I'm gonna bury the desire to stuff Adarag in my barrel and take him to medic, as is my training. I'm gonna stuff that down. He's being taken care of, so I'm going to perform a perimeter check. Grunkle is going to be working towards his purchase of warfare in the sense of he's going to check the corridors. He's not interacting. People are talking about the things. He's not the thinker. He's the looker. So I'm going to be looking around, making sure nothing's coming up on us, pacing around maybe a little anxiously between doorways.
Okay.
Or TLDR Overwatch.
Yeah. Grunkle's on Overwatch. Got it. Okay. Torvekek, Torvekek, Wylfer, and Adarag are standing in a circle talking. Gnimwirt's huddled, probably paper on a boulder, like writing. And Grunkle's performing Overwatch. So let's go to the group that's... Gnimwirt, how long are you doing this for? I have no idea what you're doing, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty focused on it, but seeing that people are kind of getting ready to walk out, I'm gonna go over to... I'll stop, I'll bring the parchment and stuff, and I'll walk over to Grunkle, and I'll just look up at his barrel, and I just, like, kind of grab his pants and, like, hey, and I go...
Grunkle doesn't wear pants.
You know, I grab his... I mean, what?
Grunkle's wearing a skirt.
No,
He's
ding
wearing a battle
dong.
skirt.
Yeah, Grunkle has a battle skirt, but
He grabs up and rings the doorbell. Knock, knock, knock.
no, we're not ringing the bell. You've probably seen Dibs do this. Like he'll pull at the like
Skirt
lowest
tails.
bit of the skirt,
Yeah.
and Grunkle just subconsciously will always, if somebody does that, he'll put his like sword from like two hands to one hand, and then he'll reach the other hand down to do an elevator.
Just raise you up.
Yeah.
He'll also do the sound too, just the.
Having never ever seen an elevator before.
It's
Just
Grunkle's little.
assume that's what the sound makes.
Nimmer gets a
that's
great
his touch
idea
of
for a
chaos.
new invention.
It's his touch of chaos, as he believes that that's the sound that would happen if something was to magically lift.
Alright, so
And it's his
you
name.
lift him up. You raise me
So
up.
I point to his barrel.
Yes, that is barrel.
I point to myself and then back to the barrel.
Yeah, you could go in the barrel if you want. I've placed you near enough that you could climb onto shoulder and into barrel. I will not bite.
Okay, I do that.
He
Alright.
bites
And
sometimes.
as soon as I'm back in the barrel, it's back to just like I'll be quiet to like not annoy people, but I'm back to like whispering this stuff and writing.
Just a fair warning. There's a chance that there may be a ghost also renting that space.
Sorry, I just remembered what else is in the barrel.
So be careful. Careful.
You're in the barrel writing, and you look to your left, and there's a blight arm just clawed out at your face.
He
Is
just
it
sits there and
moving?
waves.
It's just an arm of a blight.
Is it moving?
Roll awareness. No, I'm just kidding. It's not moving currently.
Okay. I take note, but still focused.
That's fair.
It was
Um,
earlier.
Drenched in blood.
Okay, back to our group that's hanging out talking. What's going on?
Am I still drenched in blood?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're covered.
I'm gonna walk away from the group real quick. Just like out of the sight, and I'm just gonna like.
You
take
guys
off
are
my
mid
shirt
talking,
and just kinda shake.
and Wylfer just goes, "Oh shit!" Walks off.
Shit, I'm still covered in blood. Give me a minute.
I walk away, take off my shirt, like shake it out a little as much as I can, and then do the same with my pants.
All right. Your yoga pants, your giant yoga pants.
So real quick, I'm going to assume that we've kind of discussed, and you guys have let us know that we are still nearby. We saw outside the window, but you guys have informed us that this is the castle that's nearby Arwen's Rest. All that information. And then
Our
I'm
HQ,
gonna,
yeah.
And then I'm
This is
going
the first
to
time I've been here.
Have any of
Welcome.
you gone and looked down in the cellar area?
Yes.
We had quite the fright.
It was not fun.
Well, what was your experience?
I got chased.
You got what?
Chased.
Chased by what? There was fire where we were there.
Big blue forearm thingies.
Huh.
And there
I'm
was
back straightening
woman.
up my pants.
There was woman screaming down there. So I went to go look, and then found blue things.
Right. Well, I will say that in our travels, we started at Elder Arlane's house and opened up this hatch. And when we went down, it came to this hallway.
I was waiting for any reaction out of Pickles. I just got it. Thank you. I was watching.
And then we came back up, and we were here.
This is
So,
the first time I've been here.
did you find dungeons between here and there?
No. Like, as in, we went down one hatch, came up the same hatch, and we were here.
That is strange. So Wylfer had
So, anyways,
As I get back and I'm reshuffling my shirt.
Wylfer had weird experience with Elder on the mountain.
Yeah, I don't know how I got there in the first place, but Elder Arlane is or was up on the mountain, whipping me with a stick.
I see. Huh. Well,
So,
I do
my
believe
guess-
that he does portal magic. I think that's kind of his thing at this point, based on all amalgamation of factors.
So my
Elder
theory,
Arlane beat you with a stick.
my theory currently is that perhaps the mother, which is part of this whole story, don't know if you know it, but look it up on Wikipedia or something.
Shout out to
Dwarven
the
technology.
shout out to the fandom wiki that isn't done.
Currently, my theory is that nature is trying to get rid of corruption that was spread into town. But the corruption is from Elder Arlane, which he is based himself out of the mountain. But nature does not know this, so nature keeps trying to destroy town.
Understood, I think.
This
But-
is just theory.
I see. Well, in that case, might we use your combat prowess to maybe clear out this castle? Because if this is where you say it is, then this might be a better place to defend and fortify in the case that we might need to defend the town again.
This is treating symptom but not problem.
I understand, but we need to. I mean, if the last portion was any indication, we were severely underprepared.
It feels like Grunkle has something. Grunkle's stopped walking, turns, and is going like this over you guys.
Yeah, Grunkle is grunting irritably because he doesn't know how to enter a situation appropriately.
Much taller than these two. He's almost hitting me in the face.
Can I interrupt?
Interject something.
Yeah. This is what I've been saying this entire time. Brick by brick. We need to restore this place of honor. We need to change this to what it should be. This could be a great castle for this town. A protector for the people. We didn't have to have people die.
I understand, but this is castle that is who knows how old. It is literally falling apart.
I kissed the gatehouse. It's 200 years old at least.
I'm gonna agree with Grunkle. This place is great. It was nice and secluded before everyone started showing up.
Yeah.
He's like, I was alone in here until all you guys showed up.
So, issue. I don't know if you guys know anything about stonework or how to build castle or build
brick by
large
brick.
room out of stone. It takes a good long while.
Well, he knows as much as more than I've seen of any about just general building in anything. And I'm going to point to the barrel with
that barrel knows more than me.
But
from the barrel, you're.
Grunkle is trained to respond to barrel tactics. I like to think, even though it won't help in combat. So it's more of when he has people in his barrel, he's inclined to turn and kneel down so that they can get a view and.
You're in this conversation now too.
If they're referenced, I'll turn around and.
And then where you're riding, and all of a sudden you're. Hey.
You hear as this like transfers, you just hear say to Dibs, and then I just peek my little head out. Yeah, I know about building.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had 2 builders. This is good. Now we just need 300 others.
I'm going to give you this. You have 8 minutes left of this conversation. You have 1 hour left of your collaboration together. Use it wisely.
Listen, I agree that long term it would be good to rebuild this to protect the town. However, I have to agree with Torvekek. That's a symptom that we're trying to play on the defense. I think it's time we go on the offense to actually deal with this corruption.
Oh, are we going to head to the mountain then? I would really give Elder Arlene a piece of my word. A word of my...
Don't worry, you will get your stick treatment again. I know you're worried about that.
But first,
really don't want that to happen.
Before we do any of that, I need to heal up, and I also, sir, I could really use some help with this thing. It jammed again.
Yes. I suggest we make our way back into town, take care of ourselves, spend the night, and then set out in the morning.
Make our way back into town. We're like just around the block from the bar.
Yes, let's go there. I need a drink.
You can see this place from the tavern.
Little folk, I will carry you if need be. Grunkle are good at skill that. But we're not that far. We need to assemble our food for travel. We need to assemble something to deal with the cold for travel. And perhaps you guys should stay here at safety, building, while Torvekek the Great, myself, and Wylfer the Magnificent go out to solve this in the mountains.
Before we leave town, I gesture to my bow. I really need an upgrade.
That's just a bow. I don't know how.
Yeah, I could really use a slightly better weapon than bullwhip, bow, and stolen knife.
Torvekek holds up his crossbow. Would these be preferable?
No, I would much prefer a bow.
Good
Like a
luck
good
finding.
bow?
I interject. I could probably help with that if we have enough time this evening.
Oh,
All right.
Then-
So
One more
I like
thing.
what your heads up, Grunkle, but it has been proven that neither of us are very smart. So taking them with us would probably be preferable than leaving them here.
Grunkle does not know how that would work out. Little folk and big folk.
I assume Hobbs Lodge is still called Hobbs Lodge. We'll go back there, we'll figure out what we're doing, and then we will go to the mountain afterwards.
Agreed.
Why would it be named anything else?
Because I called it the bar.
I can't remember who died and who lives.
Well, Hob never was here. It was Griff.
Yeah,
Griff
I
ran
say-
Hobbs Lodge.
To be fair, Wylfer, like, never met these people.
Yeah.
He barely met anyone, and he told them all his name was Jeremy or Micah or
Yeah,
Evan or
Jeremy.
something.
we'll go
Jeremy,
with
'cause
you.
one of the bandit dudes' names was also Jeremy.
Yo.
We'll go with you guys. I think the conflict at the mountain will be beyond either of our groups alone, and we'll see what reinforcements we can bring. But
Agreed.
for tonight, let's go prepare, do everything we can to be ready for tomorrow.
Okay. Any other thoughts? As you guys all head for Hobbs Lodge?
I
Along the way,
make mention to Gnimwirt that the if he's gonna tinker with my bow, he's gotta leave the runes that are carved into it on it somewhere.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Yeah, noted. As we walk to Hobbs Lodge, you and I are kind of discussing like improvements you want made to the bow, and I'm telling you like, yeah, I could probably do that, or no, that's probably not going to happen tonight.
You just can't sand the bow because I need the runes that are on it.
Yeah, understood.
And
Although I don't like
Adarag-
magic.
Yeah, and Adarag is going to inform the rest of the group of like this history of Atlas, and that now he's kind of, and the discussions that we had, and that Adarag is going to try to convey that he thinks that we can trust him.
Okay, we're gonna head on to a quick 5-minute break. Thank everyone for watching. We'll see y'all in 5 minutes.
melee enemy, then the melee will overflow towards the people who are doing ranged. Torvekek, you are good at ranged, but when the overflow happens, you kind of have to switch to melee, and we're both melee, and that limits us a bit. So having somebody who is the backup archer is actually very, very beneficial, even if you don't feel like you're strong at it. I feel that support from you, and I appreciate you. Every hit I take is one that you're not taking. And Grunkle has no armor. I'm just going to repeat this because somebody just put it on their headphones. Grunkle has no armor at all. I'm running in basically naked.
You know who's really
armor is still better than Wylfer's fur armor. So
you know who's
my
really
damage
armored
threshold
and can protect their ally next to them?
Well, that's a different thing. I'm just saying my damage threshold is an 8. No armor.
Yeah.
So, I haven't really had the chance to use that. It's just usually
That's not your fault. It's because I have run amok. I'm always charging in, and you're always like, okay, crossbow or make my way up, and
okay.
Yeah.
And we're back. So you guys are headed back to our Hobbs Lodge. I want to know: are you guys wanting to RP everything that's about to happen, or were you guys just gonna each say what you're doing throughout the night and the morning?
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
To keep things moving.
Okay.
I have a list of goals.
So I'm gonna go around. I will give you 2 actions: one that you're doing for the nighttime before you pass out, one that you're doing for the morning. If you choose to do some other... Well, I'll give you 3 actions. One of those should be sleep. If you choose not to sleep, you have 3 actions that you can do. At one point, you need to be sleeping. You can either sleep and then get up in the middle of the night, do an action, and then in the morning do an action. You could do an action, sleep, do an action. Any way of that. So, do I have a volunteer to go first before I pick on people? Oh, sweet. Let's give Fred a chance. Yeah, let's hear from Fred.
So first thing he's gonna do is he's going to get all of his stuff together, like his travel bag, his field rations, and his lantern. Make sure there's still oil in the lantern. Just prepare in general, and sharpen his axe.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you for that. Okay. That's one action, and then what?
Then he's gonna sleep.
Okay. And in the morning?
In the morning, he's gonna get up a little bit before everybody else, and he's gonna write a note.
Okay.
In kind of dwarvish to be sent somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Let's go to... I saw Adarag. You had your hand up?
Yep.
Okay, let's go to you.
So, nighttime, he's going to try to fix his staff sling while handing his flintlock off to Gnimwirt.
Gnimwirt's got a lot to work with.
Fix this, and this, and this, and mine, here!
And then he's going to sleep after fixing his staff sling.
Okay.
And then the morning time, he's going to go down to the Lost Sons. He knows that Sydney's been taken, but he's wondering if there's anybody else that can help heal him or help heal his wounds and stuff like that.
Okay, so Torvekek, sharpen axe. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget. Sleep, and then note. Adarag, you're fixing your wrist rocket.
Yeah, fixing the wrist rocket. And would you allow me to hand off my flintlock to?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I don't know if he'll get to it or not. That's up to him. But okay,
yep.
So Staff Sling, Sleep, and then Lost Sons.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to Grunkle or Wylfer. Who's going?
Oh, Grunkle can go first.
Okay, Grunkle, you got nominated.
Yeah, no, I raised my hand hesitantly, like mid. So I'm a mid ready kind of person here. I'm going to sleep in the middle. I know that one to be true. I know you're writing down, so you probably did a 1, 2, 3.
It's all good. Yeah, I got it. Sleep in the middle.
Grunkle would like to commune with his sword, and I do want to sharpen it, but I don't really know if I have that equipment. So Grunkle would probably try and hook up with Torvekek, who knows a bit about that, and try to like see if he knows anything, if I can borrow his whetstone.
So would you be doing that in the evening when you see him also sharpening his?
Yeah, it'd be my first slot, I
Okay.
think. But Grunkle, I'm assuming, communing with his sword, is going to be hit with, God, yeah, obviously you should sharpen me, you pup.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah.
In the morning?
In the morning, I would like to... This is sort of a combo, so let me know how much is too much. I want to get prepared for the trip ahead, which means two things to me. I want to gather rations that are likely very raw and uncooked, like bread and cured meats or something, from Hobbs Lodge, because Griff isn't there and they're not cooking, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get rations from there. I don't feel good about it. And I want to see if Bjorn is there so that I can ask him about any sort of thing he could give us to survive the cold on the mountain, because Grunkle, not Yeti, that's a different kind of ogre with a different racial trait that Grunkle did not roll.
Okay. That brings us to Gnimwirt.
Okay.
And Wylfer, if Gnimwirt is working on Wylfer's bow, Wylfer will be helping Gnimwirt.
We'll get to Wylfer. Who's Gnimwirt doing?
Just...
Yeah. So the first thing I think is when Adarag goes down to the Lost Suns, Gnimwirt goes with him.
Okay, so that's in the morning.
Oh. Okay, let me backtrack then.
That's fine. I've got him in order, so...
Okay, yeah, so in the evening, I'm going to... well, I don't know when Adarag gave me his flintlock is the problem.
In the evening.
Okay, so if I've got the flintlock and Wylfer's bow, I'm going to first work on just modifying those weapons. So fixing the flintlock, and then Wylfer... I don't know. We talked. Did you want like a optic put on it so you can aim better, or what?
Generally need it more powerful, as it's just a basic hunting bow.
Like
if there's a possibility.
Or... Okay. Yeah, I'll try to either like use a more reinforced type of string, or like somehow reinforce the wood so that it's got a stronger pull weight, but it can shoot harder.
He has to be brawny for a higher pull, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does.
Okay,
well,
so modifying weapon, going to Lost Suns in the morning. What are you doing in the middle of the night?
So in the middle of the night, I'm actually not going to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare all my stuff. So I'm gathering food rations, water. I'm gonna gather some of my tools, like the ones that I could carry, from my workshop.
Okay.
So that I can be prepared with that stuff when we're going, and pack up my bag.
Okay. That leaves Wylfer.
Wylfer will be, because the first thing Gnimwirt was doing was working on the weapons, correct?
See him modifying the weapons in the evening.
Wylfer will be testing the pull of his bow once it's fixed up, and if Adarag's gun has been put down at any point, he's just gonna look at it, pick it up, kind of like point it in a direction, and then put it down, because gun.
So you're just helping Gnimwirt tinker with weapons?
Helping Gnimwirt with, tinkering.
Okay. Second?
Finding, the perfect strength of the bow. Sleeping is the second one, and the third one will be filling up my water skin, which has been empty this entire adventure.
That would be smart.
and I guess, regrouping with the rest of the group.
Okay.
And trying to stay as far away from the Lost Suns as possible.
That's fair. Torvekek, what do you have to sharpen your axe? You have a whetstone?
Didn't actually think about that.
You bought it
I've got
from Dwarves R Us, right? You get a free weapon with every
I've got a
battle.
rucksack full of wilderness supplies, but I
Fuck
figured
it.
some.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, we'll say go ahead and add one of the items you pull out of your rucksack full of wilderness supplies as Weston.
I mean, you figure that it'd be something that.
I'm going to give make sure you write this down. I'm going to give you and Grunkle a +1 damage to your weapons currently.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You and Grunkle both. Adarag, you're able to repair your staff sling.
Okay.
Gnimwirt and Wylfer. Gnimwirt, I need a well, actually, first, Wylfer. I need a tradecraft roll standard. No fucking shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Good for you.
Do you have tradecraft trained?
It's got an
Oh, it was
asterisk
supposed
beside
to
it.
fail.
Not the asterisk, the tradecraft. No, you don't. But yeah, you just got a 46 in it. Sweet. All right. So not that you really need this, but Gnimwirt, all your bonuses plus 10% to your tradecraft.
Okay.
That puts him over 100%.
Puts him at a plus 15, I think, plus everything else. So critically success, because all of your successes on this are critical. So what were you wanting to do to his bow? You wanted to make it more powerful for damage, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess the way I'll phrase it is I've noticed that it wasn't optimized. So like, I'm trying to like increase efficiency, so he doesn't have to pull back as hard, but it's still gonna loose an arrow like even faster.
Oh, okay. The way I imagine this is I used to have one of those little bows, like, I don't know, it's nothing fancy, but I used to have a bow, and basically you could pull and shoot, but if you took the string off, you turned the bow around, and you hung it where the hooks were going backwards, you could tighten it and make for, I don't know, just look cooler. I'm gonna say you did something like that, and it added effect in this. You're like, it would work better this way.
Yeah.
So, Wylfer, you're also gonna get +1 to your damage on your bow.
Neat. So how do I add that?
And you're able to just remember, just note it so that when you roll, you'll add 1 to the damage. And then you're able to, you're not modifying his weapon, but you're able to reset, fix, and unjam the flintlock pistol.
Yep.
So that is repaired. Sleep. Provisions. Gnimwirt, I need you to roll.
Can I retcon that a little bit? Actually,
Not really, but what?
I was gonna change my second action if that's okay. But,
Sure. Yeah, go for it. What is it?
okay. Instead of like, most of my pack is already packed, so I'm gonna just leave that alone, and
Okay.
I'm actually going to use that time to go talk to Bjorn, and anyone else who I don't know who else. I don't know who else is in the cabin with us, but I'm gonna talk to them about what they're doing and see if they're willing to come with us.
Currently inside Hobbs Lodge is Bjorn and Isabella.
Oh, that's the girl that I rescued, right?
Sure, she rescued you, but
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, I should have asked that first because I can't leave Isabella here alone. So never mind.
Okay. So do you want to be doing provisions then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then roll a 1d8 for me. We'll see how many provisions you're able to secure.
Good.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So
does that mean like
you've got
most of my
one
stuff-
ration?
A one ration.
Yeah,
Okay.
you found one ration to add to your inventory. That brings us to Torvekek. You're able to write your note. We'll get to Adarag. I gotta figure out what the hell you're about to go do. Grunkle, I need you to roll /R space 1d7. Well, there were 8 provisions, but now there's 7. Now there's 6. As you find one provision, one ration to put in your inventory.
We're good at this.
Gnimwirt, we'll get to you. And Wylfer, I need you to roll a 1d6. There are now 6 provisions worth that you can find.
1d6, you said?
Yep. Okay, you find 2 rations to add to your inventory. Okay, in the shortest amount of time, what is Gnimwirt and Adarag doing going down to the Lost Suns?
So Adarag is trying to go down to the Lost Suns. He knows that Sydney's been taken, but he figures with them being like these kind of hired muscle sort of people, he figures that they probably also have their own sort of like first aids and stuff like that. So he's looking for somebody to help heal him and or get him some supplies for healing.
Yeah. Oh, there they are. I was like, they had a healer. Is she dead? What happened to her? I found her. Okay. Okay. Going down there, you're trying to find a healer. What is Gnimwirt doing?
He's gonna go talk to Captain Blackheart and explain why this company is leaving and why there's a delay in their project.
Ooh, good question. Okay. Alright. Adarag. I need you to roll... Actually, both of you guys go ahead and roll a charm check. Okay. Basically from this, Adarag with the 35, are you right here? Adarag, they're gonna charge you 5 brass to use some of their resources. But with that, she will roll. And this isn't, if it's a like fail or anything, don't worry, it's not as bad as it sounds. Let's see. Okay, fail. Actually, I've got a lot of points, so I'm gonna reroll that. Boom. See, it's not always bad to give me fortune points. Okay, she's able to heal you for 1 track up the healing.
Okay, so I'm back up to lightly wounded.
Yep, back up to lightly wounded. Gnimwirt, you try and explain to Captain Blackheart why you are all leaving and you're not finishing the project. And, basically you don't know how that's going to go, but you know she's not happy. You basically leave and they're not happy. The terms you guys leave on. Okay, that wraps that up. So it is now daytime. What do you guys get up to? Guessing you all reconvene maybe outside Hobbs Lodge?
Yeah, I think Adarag would just before he...
Sorry, Grunkle, were you still wanting to talk to Bjorn? We didn't get to that.
Yeah, I wanted to gather resources and talk to Bjorn about any potential things he could give for Arctic weather.
Yes. Bjorn will give you I don't have the notes in front of me. I don't have all the notes in front of me. Give me 2 seconds
Bjorn
here.
shaves.
There was, you guys collected Serpent Leaf, we've got that. You guys collected the Whisper Wood, we got that. You guys got the Frostfern, we got that. You guys got the, what was the other?
Sea monster scale.
No.
it was the glowing mushroom.
The Moonlit Moss, that's right. Okay. So, yes, going up to him, he has, by this time, he actually has 5. He had 4, but now he has 5. Vials with it looks like, you guys ever seen the Cool Frost Gatorade? That light blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like a vial of this Cool Frost Gatorade. That, actually, as you go to find him, he's walking up, and he's, like, walking to you, and he goes, "Ugh, Grunkle." And, he will just extend his hands and hand Grunkle 5 vials with a cool blue liquid.
Oh, yeah. Just what I wanted. Thank you. I'm sure this will help in the way that I hope that it'll help. Grunkle will not really know for sure, but thank you.
Basically, you guys have some kind of conversation along the lines of, I hope this helps, and Godspeed, because all our lives are in your hands. And you guys reconvene outside of Hobbs Lodge. What do we get up to? With your 40 minutes left of blabbing together.
At the beginning of the morning, Grunkle finds that Gnimwirt's just asleep with his stuff in his barrel.
That's fine. He
Yeah,
was
Gnimwirt's
last
passed
tenant,
out.
so he's got squatter's rights right now.
Okay.
And I'll make sure not to jostle him too much to wake him up or anything. I'll be a good mount. And yeah, Grunkle will approach the group and say, "It is time for those of us to go to the mountain. I have these special brews that Torvekek brought the ingredients for to Bjorn. And, well, those of us who are going up should take these. Those of us who are staying here should not."
Is it the thing that I helped make by getting frozen like an ice cube?
Yeah, that's the story you told us. You were having a bad time. And Grunkle felt bad, so he doesn't like hearing that story. Grunkle likes stories of heroism, not sad.
Oh, I was a very, very brave ice cube.
Oh, well, not the way you told it. You were talking about children's drawings on the wall. Grunkle got very bad vibes.
With
From the
flashbacks to being on the mountain and almost freezing to death and hold his hand out.
So you were with me on the quest to persuade the mother to stop destroying.
What did you expect me to do? Hang out with the two people I barely know?
They seem pretty cool, to be honest.
And you've been here and rescued me multiple times.
Alright,
So I
with
think I'll
burning
be sticking
daylight,
with
we
you
need to
guys.
get a move on.
I think that our mission will take us a little bit further north into the swamp to try to convene with Atlas and try to win him over to our side. I think it might help our journey up the mountain go a little smoother.
Okay, so are we going by ourselves and you'll meet up with us later, or what's going on?
Hold on,
here?
Grunkle, how many vials did Bjorn give you?
5.
So just give it to everyone.
Grunkle counts for several moments. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'll pass a vial to everybody, and I'll take my own and tuck it in my skirt belt.
So we didn't really
Pocket.
discuss last night, but are you guys meeting up with us later on the mountain after you do whatever you're doing with the murder dragon?
I think, based on that statement, I think we should probably be the ones to go and try to convince Atlas to join our side.
Murder Dragon really does kind of throw a spanner in the works.
It's not quite the
Yes,
most
I wasn't planning on going to talk with him. I was just asking if you were going to meet up with us.
Yes, that's the plan. I believe would be for us to go see if Atlas will lend us his aid and then make our way up the mountain to join you.
Right, okay. Good luck getting Murderous Dragon to do anything it doesn't want to do.
I have some ideas. And
You
he's
see,
not
the
as
only thing
murderous.
I've seen that dragon is kill things just randomly.
Aye, but you haven't spoken to him, and he's
No,
in a
the
bit
time
trouble.
we tried, we spat acid at us.
Well, doesn't speak the same tongue as you and I, but he's also been a bit troubled. He's had quite a lot of strife in his life.
I mean, that fully explains the whole not real words you guys were speaking yesterday.
I've been wondering about that, and I'm curious to see what Mr. Gnimwirt has come up with for it.
Yeah, Gnimwirt's passed out. Wrath, if you are curious though, I added a note to my trappings that says what I was doing.
I'll check it after the game, man. Yeah.
Grunkle's been slowly drifting into Overwatch as they've been talking about language and such. He's just like,
He's just like,
been slowly sliding in the muddy ground. Just nothing's coming down at us.
Well, how would
so-
we find each other once we're on the mountain? are there any?
Normally we find each other to like the sounds of battle, right? So if we're in the midst of a fight, you'll find us real quick.
I love that's how we always find each other, is one or the other's always in combat.
I think that be true, but in case we're able to make it up there in a
I
more
can
stealthy manner.
I can fire an arrow into the sky that's on fire if that helps.
Well, that would
How
help,
would
but it
you
would
know
also
to
give away
shoot
your
arrow?
position to everyone else.
How did the
Is there a
sky get
meeting-
on fire?
Is there a meeting
Moonlit
point
boss.
that any of you know of? Have you seen any mile markers or any land formations that we could possibly meet up at?
Torvekek turns to Wylfer because he's the only one that's ever been up on the mountain.
Couldn't see a thing up there, man. I'm sorry, it's so windy. There was a blizzard. I got swept off my feet and landed in mud, and then I was down here. So
I do know that there is a old village that Bjorn is from. Don't know if that might be a good.
turn around, go back into Hobbs Lodge. Hey, Bjorn.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. You see him at a table.
We all watch as he walks away, and then we're all like, let's stay quiet while he does that.
That's all the time. It's fine.
Yes.
We need some sort of landmark to meet. We need some sort of landmark up on the mountain, and the only person that's been up there is me.
He's like, how am I supposed to help you?
Okay.
Do you have any idea?
The peak.
You know what? I knew it was silly coming to ask you, but I appreciate it. I have turned around, put my head back out the door. He says the peak.
Oh, yeah. What?
We need a landmark, and only I've been there. Okay.
Goes and asks somebody else.
That's great.
Well, I suppose, but that you say that's where this. Who did you say you saw up at the top of the mountain?
Didn't see them, heard them.
Heard them, and who'd you hear?
Elder Arlene.
Ah, so if you say Elder Arlane's at the top of the mountain here, then if we're meeting at the top of the mountain, there's not much to prepare for. But if you're willing to go in with that strategy.
Oh wait, hold on a moment. Very first episode I was in, we made a camp at the base of the mountain, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a camp at the base of the mountain. Maybe we could just meet there.
Do you mean Bjorn's cave?
No, we made camp, got attacked by twig blights. I would hurt myself. I got passed out and ended up in town. So we know where the camp is. Do we have a map of any sort?
No.
We've just
Map's
kind of
up
been
here.
walking around. God damn it!
So
Well,
I'm just
they
curious. You
met
guys are
me.
planning to meet up before you go into the fight. Are you guys planning another collab episode I need to know about, or how are you guys going to meet up? Because you guys are using the entire last hour to plan a meeting that I don't know how is going to happen. So I'm curious.
So
What?
Yeah.
So just from my perspective, I can do Tuesdays now. So I can do a collab on Tuesday if that's what's required. So
Pickles
I
can.
was
That's what it calls
thinking,
me.
like,
I'm free on that day as well.
yeah, I was just thinking in the future we probably before we go into this final battle, or we'll probably do this final battle together. I'm guessing, up at the top of the mountain.
I wasn't
No.
planning on that, but that's up to you guys. If you guys plan for
That's
that,
right.
that's fine.
I can make a Sunday work if I know well in advance. So
Hmm.
I just need to know that.
Well, that would be interesting. Okay. This is news to me, chat. I'm
So
sitting here
we-
going, you guys had 1 hour. I figured you guys would be using this time to accomplish some of the tasks that you guys are like, man, this is really tough for us. We could use help. Hey, now we've got help. Let's just stand here and talk about stuff instead of accomplishing tasks
So
that we
what
found
I-
difficult, which is perfectly
what I-
fine. I'm just curious, you guys are talking about something in the future that I didn't think would be able to happen. But if you guys are saying it can happen, then by all means continue. You guys are on track. This is good.
Yeah, what I was envisioning is we would start heading towards the mountain, and maybe towards the end of the session there'd be something that would cause us to split. But if we need to do another Sunday, I can try to make that work. So
Whatever
Yeah,
you
I
guys
mean-
get up to in the next 30 minutes.
I think we should start heading out and talk while.
Yeah, we can figure out schedule later.
All right, so we need to
Put
head
my head
north
back into
to-
the tavern. Bye, Bjorn.
Bye, mister.
Mad that I never know.
It's like, I don't know you.
Adarag is
I
going to
spent like a day making tea with Bjorn. He still doesn't.
I think you made it that way.
Adarag's going to poke his head in, knowing that Bjorn's in there, and say, "Bjorn, you wouldn't happen to have any more of those brown tinctures, would you?"
You found that.
Aye, and that
I
was
do not.
very helpful.
I gave them all out.
I see. Well, I appreciate it. That helped at all. That helped us immensely. And I'm gonna walk outside.
Already used. That's the last you hear of it. You just hear like, that wasn't supposed to be used yet. It's gone.
Yep. And Adarag is going to go with the party, and our plan is to head north, up to the Vale up there. Would you like to accompany us most of the way? Probably have to separate before you get to the Vale.
Anyone's response to that at all? There's
Grunkle
a couple of notes in there that I'm curious if anyone reacts to or responds to.
While we're walking, Grunkle will just bring his hand down and prepare to add him to the barrel, so he doesn't have to waste
To
his
keep up with us.
waste his energy walking.
Much obliged.
And I'm assuming since the barrel's full, he'll probably be sitting on my shoulder or sitting like leaning against my neck with one foot perched on the barrel. And
To
one
be fair,
foot
more than
dangling down.
likely they could probably both fit in your barrel. They are tiny people, but
I just feel like they need space.
No, I think that would be good. Yeah, Adarag would have like captain on like the front of a ship, like one leg back on the barrel, one leg on his shoulder, like arm resting on the head.
You
Forward!
I like to imagine the more minutes that go by, the more you realize you can point Grunkle's head, and he'll like
He'll follow.
He's
just like-
gonna
This is just like a helm.
Okay, what is Torvekek, Wylfer? Any response to that, or are you guys following Adarag's lead?
Just follow.
Yeah, I've just following. I've not been a leader at all. The only time I've been in front of the group is when I've been navigating.
Okay, Adarag, you're leading the group. Where do you take them? We'll say partially into this trip. Gnimwirt wakes it.
Yeah, I'm going to take him north, out across the Muddy River, out of town.
Okay, you guys all know how to cross the Muddy River. You're heading out of town. Where are we going?
We're going to the site of Atlas's portal trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
and we're wearing mud shoes if we need to.
The mud shoes, yeah.
Gnimwirt's
Yeah.
useful. Woo.
yeah, you guys are able to wear the mud shoes for sure. I've assumed. Okay, you guys make your way up to where you guys get to a clearing. Broken bits of marble statue, pieces embedded through trees blown apart, and a weird glitching tree. What do you guys do?
Are all these people
Sorry,
supposed
did you
to
say
show-
there's
At
a
this
weird
point-
glitching tree?
Gnimwirt's
What?
awake. Yes, there is a. It looks like it was once an ashen tree. Now it's a broken ashen tree that, if you look at it, it's there and then like it's got an air.
Are there any stones by my feet?
Oh yeah, yeah. The area is littered with marble stones, shattered pieces of it.
Oh yeah, I've been through there.
Have you guys seen, like, if I throw a rock at that, is something bad gonna happen as I pick up a rock off the ground?
Well, I've been through there. There's a grove through there. It's a grove. That's where there is a whispering willow tree in there. That's how we were able to speak with Atlas.
Right. I gonna just step another, like, I'm gonna give it a wide berth as I walk past it.
Gnimwirt shakes his head.
Chaos.
Oh,
Gods and
I'm
chaos
awake!
magic don't seem to get along very well. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep away from that area.
Alright. Gnimwirt?
Grunkle's barrel, like Gnimwirt wakes up and peeks his head out because he hears this like like the twitching, and you guys, it looks like his barrel is just like a potted plant now, because he's got a jungle suit on now.
Changes in the barrel. Little tree pops out. I love it.
Just for anybody who is wanting to be part of the mech character that is Grunkle here, I've got 2 shoulder holsters, in theory. Mostly. I've got a cape that you could climb onto if you wanted to be positioned on a shoulder. I'm assuming one is occupied.
Could Torvekek get up there? Would that be too much weight?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, you've been in the barrel, but the other 2 can fit as shoulder holsters, I imagine.
Yeah.
Wylfer's fine walking. He's 6 foot and light enough that he barely sinks into the mud in the first place.
You guys find yourself in the glade. What do you want to do?
All right. Adarag is going to look around and see if he can see Atlas anywhere.
Roll awareness at arduous difficulty. Should have my chat open.
Oh.
No shit. You see nothing. You scan back, there's a mound of dirt just outside the glade that you're like, that wasn't here before. It's just like a hill just outside the glade in the trees.
All
right, he's here. You lot should probably stay back if you don't have the disposition for it.
I knock on the barrel so that I can be let out to go with Adarag.
Oh yes, I'll give you the elite set down. I'll sit or kneel and then like lean back so you can climb out yourself. Give you a hand if you want to. You can't see it, but I'll do a little if you want to, or you can jump out.
Okay. I bring 3 things with me. Attached to my like little belt with this suit, I've got 2 of the sound grenades.
Okay.
And then in my hand, I've got this parchment that I've written on.
I guess this is the point where I need to know what that says.
Probably.
Okay. Gnimwirt. Trappings. Note.
Note of Draconic Phonics.
Nice. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay.
That's what I wrote on it.
Alright. Alright. You guys hop off of Grunkle. Dismount the Grunkle. And, what do you guys do?
I'm going to make my way over there, but I'm not going to be trying to hide. So no ghillie suit on. I'm just walking over towards this mound, trying to, like, be as, like, non-startling as possible.
With your success, as you get to the tree line, you see this hill. And you see the head is actually facing you and the eyes are directly on you.
Wylfer would like to follow the 2 short people. Just because he's not actually seen this dragon up close yet.
Okay.
Torvekek is staying way the hell away.
You're back there with Grunkle. Both you and Grunkle are like, nah.
Yeah, Grunkle and I are... Torvekek and I are suddenly like 20 feet further back than we were.
It's like a cartoon where they're like walking forward and you guys are like...
Yep, exactly that.
Okay. I feel like Adarag's leading this interaction. What happens?
He's going to like keep his hands up, non-threatening as possible, and he's going to try to like bow to like say like hello, I acknowledge you, sort of thing. And he's going to see if there's a reaction from Atlas from that.
You see the eyes watch you bow, stand up, and then shifts to the other 2 coming with you.
Wylfer follows suit begrudgingly.
Wylfer, roll awareness at hard difficulty. Only because you're in the general area and he's walking up to something, so you might have an idea Jesus, you walk up and
yeah.
you
Watching
immediately
Adarag
see
the entire time.
you immediately see this hilltop is the swamp dragon. Not only that, you can see it's still very wounded. You can see it's no longer bleeding, but you can see it's still wounded. Yeah, this thing is watching the three of you.
Um,
Can I stop bowing now?
Gnimwirt, do you have something? What's that parchment there?
so I pull out the parchment, and Gnimwirt's gonna do his best here to try and read from it. He'll say, "Hul austere solic, youth daxer," and he goes through the. I'm not gonna read it all, but he goes through his phonics that he wrote out for the first phrase.
If we weren't pressed for time, it would be awesome to see you read that word for word. But, okay.
I put a good amount of effort into that, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll education to see how well you put into this.
Okay. Standard everything?
Yep, standard everything. This is gonna determine how much of it.
I say you reroll. User
Would you like
point.
to reroll it?
Yeah.
Out of a 61 success, you start. You're like, Poodle, Poodle 3, and you read through it. What's really funny, and I don't think, okay, it responds. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be in that order. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Of my statements. You can determine what you want to do.
Well, it responds. I'm not sure what you're going to get from this, but and goes off on like a speech. It's expecting, because you guys talked to it at one point, so maybe it's like, oh, you understand. So it just rattles off a phrase.
As it does that, I'm going to do my best to write down what it says.
Okay. It gets through its phrase. You scribbled out what you could.
We can't understand you in this speech, and you probably can't understand what I'm saying. But thank you for helping us.
At this point, it kind of moves its body, no longer resembling a hill, but kind of moving and just shaking and then looking at you guys. You're not sure. It's not sure.
Adarag would like to. We got 15 minutes. He's gonna say like 1 second, and he's gonna go towards the glitch tree.
Okay. What are Wylfer? What is Torvekek and Grunkle doing during all this?
Grunkle's in the background, just like, oh shit, there's a dragon!
You're like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, shit!
Oh no! Oh, I think they're okay.
Like,
no!
The little ones!
No.
The dragon! What about
Torvekek is
Torvekek?
just watching. He's just.
Torvekeks are just watching.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Wylfer and Gnimwirt, Adarag's left.
Going through Wylfer's head at the moment is, wow, I wonder what sort of power I could create with a sacrifice that big. And I look down at Gnimwirt and I'm just... You didn't by any chance say any of the words that Adarag said just before while you were writing down words?
What?
I didn't get that either!
The sentence that Adarag just said, you didn't by any chance write down what those words sounded like in what this guy speaks?
Saying, he said, like, thank you and stuff?
Yeah.
No, I didn't write those words down.
I feel like those would have been really important words.
I had limited time with the effect. I did the best I could.
I'm just gonna educate myself on what this beast is, and I'm just gonna slowly walk around him. I'm gonna put my reluctantly, I'm gonna put my bow down beside Gnimwirt and my bullwhip, and I'm gonna hide the knife, the throwing knife that's on me, just further into a pocket. I'm just gonna educate myself on what this creature is. I'm just gonna slowly walk around him. Just
it doesn't turn its body, but it very much watches you until you're out of sight, and then turns its head this way and watches you. Gnimwirt, what are you wanting to do while Adarag's gone?
So, I've written down everything I can from the response that we got.
Okay.
And I'll, pack that up and put it in, somewhere safe, and then I'm going to just hold my hands up and bow as I kind of start to back away.
Okay. It turns its full attention to Wylfer. Adarag, what are you doing?
I'm going through the trees, and I'll tell you what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to go through the tree and grab some whispering willow bark, and just try to just eat some.
You're gonna,
or some sap, or some like something from the willow tree.
Okay. You enter a forest.
Mm-hmm.
You hear creaking.
I'm going to walk straight towards the tree.
As you walk towards the tree, you see the path changes. Path changes, like you crossing paths and they're changing. And you start to, as you're going off-road, you see that branches are like scraping you and you're having to push through branches and it's like blocking your path.
Mm-hmm. I would like to take a step back.
Based on first impression, it seems like things are a little bit more tense here.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to step back, reassess, and try to stealth through, sneak through.
Okay.
Try to
go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
You guys all see Adarag walk through the glitch tree, and he walks in, and his body goes and disappears.
So Wolf is currently behind a dragon.
No, yeah. Besides Wylfer.
Torvekek looks at Grunkle. Is it supposed to happen?
Ghillie suit give us the plus 10? I think.
I thought it was 2 steps easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steps easier. Yeah.
So arduous up to challenging. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What was Torvekek saying?
He kind of just turns to Grunkle and kind of whispers, "Is it supposed to do that?"
A glitch.
This is gone.
I don't know if Grunkle's here.
Oh, okay.
You can't talk to Grunkle's not here right now.
Then I didn't say anything.
Of his eyes.
You can't see me. Adarag, you go to stealth, and as you start to move through, you start to feel like they're starting to scratch at you and cut at you, these branches. If you choose to continue, you're probably going to start taking damage to get to this willow tree.
Okay. Feeling that, I'm going to step back a little, but I would like to try to make, I guess, a plea to the forest of these Ents.
Okay.
And I would like to say, I do not wish you any harm. I would like to cure this corruption as much as you are trying to defend this tree right now. I plead with you. I do not wish to cause any further damage to. I do not wish to let this corruption spread any further.
As you stop and you take a moment to do that, you notice what's been happening. Where you came in from, where this glitch tree is, you can see trees around it with their branches all extended to the sides of it, closing it.
Okay.
That's the only response you get.
Okay.
You guys on the outside, you start to see this Ashen Tree glitch, and the tree's getting smaller and smaller. The tree is like thinning into Nothing.
Can I
Do I notice this, or am I?
Yeah, you backed away. You would notice it. Someone else was talking.
Okay. Sorry, I asked if I could do something with this knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Torvekek pointed out to me, so Grunkle is going to enter into a full-on charge.
Oh, good lord.
I'm going to go save my comrade.
Okay.
My goal is to charge as straight as possible to where he was, and I will.
You're going through the glitch tree?
Yes, if necessary.
Well, he's through the glitch tree. Actually, yeah, because you can't even see him. You just see the tree glitching and getting smaller and smaller.
Grunkle witch! Damn it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go charge. I'm going to go save my comrade. I will take bristles if I need to. I'm going to go to where he is and pull him out of this nest of evil magic.
I'm trying to remember, what was Gnimwirt doing?
I was backing away from the dragon, but if I'm noticing this, I'm also gonna go to the glitch and yell at Adarag to get out of there.
Okay, so you're running up and like yelling as Grunkle just barrels past you through the glitch tree?
Yeah.
Okay, Torvekek?
Why me every time?
What are you doing?
Why am I always left alone?
Wylfer and Gnimwirt are out there with you.
Wylfer and
Atlas
are still here.
Wylfer and Gnimwirt are also near the dragon, which Torvekek is not gonna go do.
Wylfer is. Gnimwirt's by the glitch tree where Grunkle went through.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna go over to Gnimwirt and heft the axe a little bit.
Like, so I'm with you guys now.
Yeah, my other party is gone. I'm with you guys.
Yeah, I guess it's Adarag and I. We're the Sunday crew now. You guys are Tuesdays.
I guess I'll start a party with Atlas then.
Yeah, you're Wednesday.
Okay. God, I would love to leave off there, but I don't know when you guys will be in another group together. So this is interesting. What does Adarag do?
Adarag, seeing this reaction, he's going to like try to make one more plea, but he's going to start backing, like be ready to like back.
As you go to make a plea, Grunkle is standing in the middle of a forest. Grunkle, you're in a forest. You see a little man just surrounded by trees. There is a path ahead of you that goes and turns left.
I want to use my blade to protect and sort of cleave like the branches away from attacking my little friend.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Grunkle's here. We'll get you to safety. As he cleaves.
Okay. Grunkle, go ahead and roll your attack.
I would like to attempt to try to stop him.
Yeah.
In whatever way I can.
Yep. I'll hang on.
Yeah.
I just seen Gnimwirt's reaction over there.
Oh, do you want the roll, or is he attempting to stop me?
No, I want your roll.
Okay. I don't get any bonus because I charged in, correct?
You do get a bonus for charging.
Okay, I didn't know that was I get a plus 20 bonus and 1 fury dice. I'm just gonna add that in case you make me roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
Run amok. I don't give a fuck.
And
Can't
you don't get to
again,
reroll.
So what?
Okay.
What?
Grunkle charges in, wielding his blade, swings his blade, and where there was a tree, Grunkle, you physically see the tree uproot itself, step back, as what you see is just a tree moving.
No,
But
you idiot!
the branches are away from my friend.
It's a forest. There's a lot of there's a lot of trees. You swung at one tree coming in, and it got up and moved.
Good.
Wait, you idiot! No, this is a protected grove. This is not corrupted.
What?
They're trying to protect themselves.
Gnimwirt reaches his face in through the glitch, so he's like half in, half out.
Just a hand pops out.
Yeah, just the head. And
I'm gonna allow it. I don't think that would work, but I'm gonna allow it.
Okay, thanks.
That's funny.
It's surprising how many times we put up our head through things.
Yeah, over the barrel. This is This is like what's
Grunkle
the,
looking around corners. Like, his
yeah, what's the like ferret or one of those animals?
Oh,
that,
prairie
like,
dog.
Prairie dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gnimwirt the prairie dog is the theme of this episode. But anyways, I poke my head through and it's like, guys, get out of there! It's not worth it, Adarag.
But we don't have any ways to communicate with him. That's all I was looking for.
I know.
You guys sound like you have a lot of trust and whatnot, but I think we should trust him here. Please.
All right, let's.
Quick note: I
let's
should
get out
save
of
this
here.
for under the table. But quick note: when you asked, someone talked to Bjorn. Who was it? Adarag. Adarag. When you talked to Bjorn about you said thank you for the muddy thing, and do you have any more or whatever for the potion? And he said I gave them all out.
Oh.
Just
wait a minute.
Saying I gave them all out.
Yeah.
You put that in my inventory, didn't you?
What? I did no such thing.
So can I say that Grunkle didn't know because it was in his barrel,
Yeah,
but
Grunkle might not know.
Gnimwirt caught in there.
Yeah.
Did he?
Is that where he stores his stuff?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Gnimwirt, roll roll a standard awareness.
Shove it in my skirt.
You were sleeping on top of all his gear. Standard awareness. You know that he had a muddy vial in his very similar muddy vial that you had.
Oh, okay, that would have changed.
That would have changed the entire interaction.
A lot of what I would have done, but okay, I'll suddenly remember. I was groggy from my sleep, and I yell, "Adarag!"
I didn't know where he stored it.
Yeah, Adarag, I found another vial. Let's get out of here.
Okay, and Adarag's gonna get out of the tree.
It's probably when you realize what he's doing that you're like, no, we have another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna need athletics from athletics. It's gonna be an athletics hard from both Adarag and Grunkle.
Oh no.
So close. And yet I turned back for him, I'm sure.
Total chance 22%.
I don't know how to rectify that. Gnimwirt, what do you do? Is your head still in?
Yeah, I'm watching this.
Okay.
Oh no.
The portal closes. With half of Gnimwirt on one side and half of Gnimwirt on the other side. With Adarag on one side, with Grunkle on one side, with Wylfer 100 feet away, behind the dragon.
Sitting beside the dragon.
Torvekek watches as half of Adarag's Gnimwirt's body drops to the ground. And that is where we are going to end this episode of King's Crossing. Thank you everyone for joining us for episode 37 of King's Crossing. Find out what happens next time. We'll see you there.
Always has to have another critical failure.
Just walk it off. Just walk it off, Gnimwirt.
Torvekek walked it off. You'll be fine.
I can't walk it off. I'm gonna roll it off. It's just my head.
Gonna have to like handstand it off.
Just his head.
How
I mean,
would
am I
resurrection work for somebody that has no head?